unplug it every time and then plug it back in.
Oh, what a good quirk to have.
Yeah, it's fun.
Oh, it's really dark. Really sad.
Has anybody read Dan's name?
Where is Adam? I think we'll just start. Otherwise,
Tell him he's out of the group.
Yeah.
We have new Voltron.
Can't say that about Voltron.
You will go.
Alright, so last session we ended off with Scribbles wandering off on his own. So if he doesn't join us today, it kind of works anyway. He went beneath the central tower in town and effectively closed that entrance behind him, destroying it completely. The rest of you were about to rendezvous at, what was it, the Squeaky Pig, or whatever the pub was called.
Oh, there he is.
There he is.
Hey.
So you're all about to rendezvous at the Squeaky Pig, where Miranda was going to bring in the Lord's daughter, Catherine. I can't remember if that was her name. It is her name now. Since names just immediately exit my brain after every session. So the lot of you, except for Scribbles, enter the Squeaky Pig, where you pass like a bunch of women like mourning on the streets outside, and they're like going, oh! They're like holding each other as there's a man lying, like a body lying on its back with a sack over it, basically like a rough spun sack, as these women are like throwing flowers and like crying and weeping at the corpse's side. Some of the guards like, oh, no one to see here, move along. There's some arrows still on the floor and like blood on the mud outside on the road. But you enter the pub nonetheless. The barkeeper's kind of like patching up a window that's been smashed, and there's absolutely no one there. We're closed right now. What do you mean? What was that all about?
Is that pub?
Yeah.
Oh.
He said, "What was that all about?" It was you. You both bring it. So the barkeeper's like knocking up the window. He's like, "What can I do for you? We're closed, right? We've had a disturbance there. There's been a moider outside."
A moider?
It's been a moider. Oh God, not you, kind. Look at that. What do you want? You lot?
I assume, just to jump in real quick, all of us are there, yeah, apart from Squirrels. And this is the pub where Angel Fernando got pulled out of.
And stabbed outside, yeah. You just walked past his body.
Okay. And we're here because
Miranda is going to find the daughter and then bring her here. And then you agreed to help her accompany the daughter out of town.
Okay. Is this it's all coming back to me now real quick. Reiner and Dravik spoke to her in that alleyway, and then she said that she was gonna that the girl was possibly in this pub.
No, that she was gonna go find the girl's hiding place and meet you guys at this pub, which is like a backwater small pub.
Right.
Less likely.
In the pub itself, that's what she's wanted.
Yeah.
Okay.
To meet you there.
And we're all here, and these guys know this. I assume we've told them this. The character.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I guess Dravik's gonna go up to that. What's it like around? Is anyone sort of paying attention to us?
No, the pub's empty. It's just the guy. He's like, look, we're closed. All right. It's been a horrible day, frankly.
I'm gonna grab him by the throat, and I'm gonna look him in the face and go, "It's about to get more horrible unless you let us in."
Fine. Just don't make a scene or put me through another window. I've run out of wood. I can't patch anymore. It's gonna get cold at night now.
All right, I'm gonna walk into the pub with him in my hand, and I'm gonna sort of let everyone come in. Gesture.
Luna's just gonna saunter in, cleaning her blades. Bless you.
Thank you.
Anyone else coming in?
Yeah. I'm
Please come in. Is the dwarf gonna come in?
I'm gonna place him over by the bar, and just behind the place where he's concerned.
He like disappears behind the counter and immediately reappears, polishing the glass. What do you guys want?
Can I just throw him a gold piece and be like, give me some strong shit?
your gold piece smashes a bottle behind him, and the alcohol just pours down. He looks at it, kind of like looks up, and he's like, "Of course, ma'am," and walks off to pour some shots.
All right.
Lovely.
I'm going to shut the
And
door.
I just use my axe to block the door.
Oh, I found my D&D stats.
We need
He's
people to
kinda
come
like-
in, don't
Yeah. We'll get that later.
we? Okay.
He's kind of eyeing up the axe blocking the door, and he's like licking his lips a bit nervously.
I'm going to
Well,
turn
I'm
to
afraid
him.
I've sent the chef home early, but we've got some fresh bread and cheese. If food is what you're after as well, great patrons of mine.
Oh, bloody love cheese.
Yeah.
Oh well, here you go, Master Dwarf, and he slides over a copper plate with like a big lump of bread and a big lump of cheese.
Voltram's going to sit by the door, by the way, with his axe. He's not just going to leave it and walk off.
Do you want your cheese and bread?
I do. I want to be the bouncer.
I want to eat cheese and bread.
I think
while
he's
I drink.
implying that
Yeah.
he wants the guy to deliver it. It's sort of like a
Oh,
table
the guy-
service
the guy
style of
goes,
thing.
Lifts up the bar counter, picks up off the bar, walks over, drops the plate in front of Voltram at his table, walks back, closes the bar, and goes back to polishing his glass.
Fucking
Nervously.
service these days, man.
Dravek's gonna go do that thing where you look out the window, shiftily, seeing if he can spot Miranda about.
There's nothing just yet.
Okay.
The barman lights the fireplace, and it like illuminates as the sky begins to darken outside, and it slowly goes to evening.
I'm gonna turn to the barman and be like, "You are not in any peril at the moment."
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I've been in peril since the moment you grabbed me by the throat and forced me into my bar.
No, we're meeting someone here.
Okay, well,
We appreciate the hospitality.
oh right. Well, you've not paid. But are you gonna pay, or are you robbing me as well? I'm confused at what's happening here.
That depends.
How good is the cheese?
Pretty good cheese.
Yeah, we'll pay him.
All right. The boss says we'll pay.
There's suddenly a rap at the door.
Password?
I don't believe we agreed on this.
That is the password. Takes the axe out.
Miranda, with her cloak over her, pulls in, and she's kind of like got this kind of young girl by the shoulder who's also hooded and cloaked, and she like forces her through the door and then closes the inn behind her. The young girl rips off her hood and cloak, and she has like tightly braided hair and a short sword at her hip as well as a dagger. She's in like riding leathers with knee-high leather boots, and she kind of looks a bit serious and stern. So this is the group you've dragged me out of my home for. Miranda kind of undoes her hood, kind of walks back over, grabs one of the shots that's sitting there, downs it, and then looks over at her reflection in the mirror behind the bar, and she's like, fucking children. This is exactly why I haven't had any. And she turns around. It's like, you are a child, you know that. She's like, the young girl, Catherine's like, stares at her with this like anger and miscontempt, and just goes, I will avenge my mother and brother, and I will kill my father. Miranda shakes her head and like rolls her eyes. With that pathetic sword, you have no combat experience. Every night the cultists come for you. And then Catherine replies, and every night I've survived. I've killed before, and I'll do it again. And then two of them are just kind of like staring at one another, eyes locked.
Can I just go up to Catherine and be like, I know about killing my father. Oh, that's fine.
Catherine's like, oh, good. Well, that's one vote. Miranda's like, there is no vote. These people will help me escort you out of town. I'm not leaving this town until my father is dead. This is my home, my people, and while they all politically talk to one another and try and decide a new lordship, it is mine by blood and by right. Miranda rolls her eyes again and takes another shot.
Can I suggest that perhaps, because she is not properly equipped, how about we kill her father, but we can use your sword to strike the killing blow, and you can have that sword back with your father's blood on it.
I like your thinking, but no, I will be the one to deliver the killing blow, or I will at least witness him die by my hands. I implore
The last
you,
child we took into a big fight.
I was about to say.
I implore you, good people, to listen to me and not this wench. And Miranda kind of goes to look like she's about to slap her. My father destroyed my mother and brother, and is hidden underground in what's known as the tomb. Its actual terminology is linked to the manor house in which I was born and live in. It is the Historium, and we need to enter there via my old house and kill my father and his cult before they bring a great evil onto this world. He has been driven mad by years and years of poring over these scrolls and books. Miranda's like, nope, this is not happening. I have been hired by the King of Midland to take you back to the capital. With an army he will no doubtly give you, you can then reclaim your land. And she turns to look at Miranda in her eye. An army that will be killing my people. Listen to me. We can strike hard, strike fast. It's nighttime. We have the cover of darkness. I know my way around those grounds like the back of my hand. I can take you to him. I just need you to help me dispatch his guards. Miranda sits down and kicks her feet up onto a stool by the fire.
Would it not be easier if we take the princess because the guards would be more reluctant to attack us, surely?
There's no princess there.
Is she not the target of their actions? So
No
the cultists come for her every night.
Well, they look for her. They don't know where she is. They look for her.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't Reiner make a deal with Miranda to do this?
Help escort the girl out? That's what Miranda wants, but the girl is now throwing a different perspective and saying,
proposal.
Yeah.
If we look at the bigger picture, is it better to have an all-out war between two armies, or is it better to cut the snake's head off now?
Well put.
Probably. Yeah.
Talking of snakes, is there a basilisk nearby?
I've not heard of such thing. There is a great creature that has apparently moved into one of the former dragon caves, but my father told me nothing of that. That's more just of a hearsay and a fisherman's tale, perhaps.
Fisherman, okay.
So
quite a lot of our wildlife.
Your father, he knows about the basilisk.
If this is the same being, then he knows there was a farm to the very far northwest of our land, our borders, just before it reached the mountains. Trade between the dwarfs there, and my father had gone on without a hitch for generations. It was just recently quite a few of the mountain goats, as well as our own sheep, have been missing or left partially devoured. Perhaps it's some great bear or some pack of wolves, but the last of discussion my family had about it, my father was slightly more concerned and was planning to send a regiment of men there. Of course, that was before everything happened.
Looking outside, is anything happening?
Just some people walking with the little lanterns and stuff.
Can we do like a group huddle, or can we send her upstairs to go shower or something, have a bath?
There's no rooms in this inn. Not that this great story of yours isn't appealing, and I'm really glad you forcibly involved me in this, eating my food and smashed my drinks, as well as that young man smashing my window, but I would very much appreciate that I was no longer involved in this. You've had your little meeting, you've had your little secret conspiracy of the Lord being alive, and him killing his wife and child. Catherine, it's great to see you. I've actually only ever seen you from afar. I thought you were dead as well. Excuse me.
So is this our new
No,
headquarters?
hold on. There's only. Is there another way out?
There's a back door through the kitchen.
No. I mean, I was asking you. That's obvious to him. Is there a way out?
What?
I'm gonna stand by the back door, whatever one Vultrum is, and just be like that. Just while we're waiting.
Can I
It just goes back to chopping carrots.
I just want to ask Caitlin if she can go sit by the fire, and we're just gonna have a little group chat
Little
Very well.
patricide natter.
Very well.
at the other end.
Miranda stands up, kicks the stool, and walks on over. I don't know why this discussion is happening. You all agreed to help me escort this girl out of here. This is madness. We're outnumbered, maybe 30 to 1. It could be hundreds for all we know living beneath the city. Those crazed little men running around with their cloaks, red cloaks, thinking that they're better than the world. We need to get her out under the cover of darkness while we can. We can't be involved in the politics anymore. I was sent here for one strict mission. I'll not be encouraged to turn my back on that mission and go gallivanting through the sewers.
Well, the only other option is you stay up here with Caitlin, and we go down, try and kill them, and then one more night. What's one more night, surely?
Or we take her with us, and then when we get to the bit where it's going to be super dangerous, knock her out, and someone carries her out the city.
Miranda hums on that moment.
Because then she's kind of happy.
Perhaps that could work.
Maybe it should be an accident that she gets knocked out. Therefore, she can't be angry with us when she wakes up.
It certainly wouldn't be a bad idea to go to the manor. I might get a big bonus if I uncover anything scrolly to do with what's happened for the king. Very well. We'll go to the manor, dispatch whoever's there, and then a little accident can happen. She winks at Reiner, and then I'll squirrel her away, and you guys can either assist me with that, like promised, or go off gallivanting in the sewers.
Okay.
Are you all in agreement?
Yep.
Agreed.
That sounds great.
Where's the barman?
He's next to you in the hovel.
You're
Can I
coming too.
take some pillowcases?
Sorry?
You
Said
heard
that
me.
wasn't a-
Can I take some pillowcases?
We're not an inn, sir. We're just a pub.
I thought
must
better
have
of
a
your
house.
establishment, and I turn and leave.
Well, out the front
Didn't
door.
he have a bedroom upstairs? Probably his
he
own
would.
room.
Yes, I've got my room.
Yeah, let's take his
And,
pillowcase.
they would have done as I slammed the door behind me.
Oh, for God's sake, Rob, just don't murder me. And he goes up a ladder in the back room.
Before he does, can I grab him?
He
And
falls, cracking his head.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. Come on. Come
Yeah,
on.
you just pull him and he slips down the ladder a little bit.
Okay. I want to grab
goodness.
his face like that,
What?
and I want to go, "You didn't see us here today, did you?"
Yes, you're holding me. I can still see.
Alright, I'm
you.
going to twist his neck a little
Ah,
and see if he picks up on the hint.
I don't understand what's happening here.
My
I'm
God,
touching
this
my-
is the second person this has happened. Alright, I'm going to squeeze his head a little and go, "If you tell anyone we were here, we will come back and murder you."
Oh my God! Aren't you meant to be heroes? I'm so confused.
He's not.
He's not.
Yeah, he's not.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't see anyone.
Can I do an insight check to see whether he looks like he's going to stick to that promise?
Let's go and run straight out the door.
Oh, I promise I won't kill anyone. He says, with this fear in his eyes.
You better not. And then,
Give him a gold piece.
and give me a pillow.
he comes downstairs with two very sad, sweaty-looking pillows.
I'll just take one.
Oh.
Okay, here's one of my pillows.
And then
I
I'm
hope
gonna...
I hope you appreciate my neck is no longer supported at the right angle.
We all go through hardships in this world. And then leave.
Just gonna slip him
Miranda.
another gold piece and leave.
Catherine, what is happening then? Miranda just grabs her. It's like, put your hood up, we're going. And then they walk out.
I'm going to give that pillow to Voltron.
Follow.
Okay, I want to try and stuff the pillowcase in the armor so it makes less noise.
Okay. I'll allow
Literally the
that.
only reason I want it.
Freya's still just standing at the fireplace in the
I mean,
bar.
Oh wait, I'm gonna take the rest of my shots with Freya and then leave.
You run back in as he's cleaning up.
Could you, blood bend them in? All at once.
He's As you walk around the outskirts of town, like you're kind of forced to duck and behind some carts every so often. There's just an old lady picking up her stool and putting it away. Oh, my bloody back! As she's like lifting up these heavy baskets full of like cabbages and stuff.
Can I help her?
Oh, very nice. Thank you. She's oh, you're a sweet one. Here you go. And she passes you a cabbage.
Ah, I'm just gonna throw it to Hestia.
Yeah.
There's this like pecks, like attacking the cabbage, like this sort of like attack, like just throwing these bits of cabbage everywhere. It's like kicks on her back, and she's like pushing it with her feet like that, so the ball's just rolling.
Aw.
Bleaky kind of walks by and just grabs the rest of the cabbage and just continues following you guys.
Nice. Was it tasty, Bleaky?
You eventually come to like the outskirts of town, and there's this like big winding path through quite a thick, like wooded area, and at the top is this clear manor house. Lightning seems to strike behind it as you see it.
Angel?
Oh. There it is. That's my home. Look, there'll be guards there. I believe that if we take this silently, we'll be able to get in there and kill my father when he least expects it. I have no idea what power he now has under his control, but I believe that if you guys truly are the heroes Miranda claims you to be, Miranda kind of blushes and looks away, then we'll be able to do this. And I thank you all for supporting me. We were only here to kill those that need to be killed. If there's any servants or staff still waiting on them,
Leland's gonna look
implore
at.
you.
Oh wait, no, Angel's not here. Fuck.
I beg you not to hurt the staff. Two men in red cloaks with a lantern seem to be walking down the path.
Sorry, Angel just puts down his fire lighting kit.
Can I do a perception check on the perimeter and roof, please?
You're not close enough just yet. You're kind of like down the winding path of it. From what you can see, it's quite clear that there's two guardsmen with lanterns and spears outside the front gate. You can't see over the wall into the manor house.
Is there?
Most of the lights are off as well. It's quite dark. Big house.
Are we still hidden quite far away?
You're just at the very end of the footpath, basically.
Is there trees and bushes around us?
Yeah. And there's two guards walking towards you on their route.
I'm gonna duck into the bushes and trees.
Cool.
I should probably do the same. I'm quite notable.
How loud is Voltrim's armor?
It's quite enough that you can probably hide.
You can be like a lost child.
Voltrim, hide.
Lure
I'm hiding.
to the
Like,
bush.
this is not my speciality.
Miranda grabs Catherine and pulls her into the bush as she quickly takes her cloak off, folds it, and puts two arrows into the mud, and then notches one, waiting. What's that up at the end there? There seems to be two people standing there.
Oh, that was
Fuck's
Freya
sake,
and
Freya.
Reiner. Freya and Reiner.
No, I just said I'm ducking.
No, you didn't.
I
no,
did.
You did.
You
I
didn't.
so did.
did.
After Chester, I 100% did.
Who goes there?
There's no
Two
one.
cloaked figures.
No one.
Can I just like casually wave?
Oh, there's a man waving at us, David. Do you have some business here? This is our former lord's house, God rest his soul.
Where's here?
Sorry?
Where's here?
Oh my god, it's one of those fucking...
Where
crazy-
is here? Did he say?
Here is right
Where is
here.
here?
You
Yeah, but
lost.
where am I?
Oh no, someone's had a little bit too much to drink. He's pissed himself, look. What about that silent one shot? That's definitely a woman. I haven't had a woman in a while.
Can I do something?
You
Yeah,
lot-
right.
Can I
you lot should
activate?
clear off.
Can I try and start mist? One of my powers.
Yeah, what's your wisdom, sorry?
Wisdom is 8.
A mist begins to envelop around them. Look, but they're so distracted by these two just idiots standing in front of them. Look,
I-
if you don't clear off, let's just go signal the rest. And he's like, right.
I
the man
want to
with the
progress. Can I start like progressing?
like,
towards-
Turn around casually.
Can I do
walking the other way?
perception
So
check
wait,
to see
is
if
it-
I clock them do that whole like alert other
Yeah, yeah.
people thing? We
Yeah,
saw that.
Gone. Yeah, walk up the path.
Yeah.
One of them, without the lantern, begins to hurriedly up the.
I'm
walk up the
going
path.
to.
I use blood arrow on the guy
There you go.
who's trying to go away.
Pink
But I've moved
conflict.
further up.
Are they in
So
front
as-
of me and Reiner, aren't they?
Yeah, because you guys.
And what? Yeah, I know. So is there a mist around us then?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, can Freya run up to them and use my what's those things you told me before we started? What they're called?
Your knuckle dust, the trench knives.
Yeah,
That's
my
the
trench knives
Yeah.
on both, one arm each on both of them.
So you want to stab them?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on, let me just play this out. So Javik is sneaking through the bushes. There's like a full moon, and they could just about see an outline of this lizard man, whose tail up in the air, like bobbing by.
Like a kitten.
Yeah, you just see this tail behind a bush. Miranda's got arrows notched. Lulan opens up her blood jar and is about to whistle her arrow out. And then, as one guard turns his back to begin like speed walking up the hill, the one with the lantern who's like kind of the mist is enveloping over him. Max has just turned around and begin walking away. Freya just undoes her cloak, drags out her daggered knuckle dusters, and just throws and starts running it. The guardsman drops the lantern, causing this massive like of fire to spread, and he's like, ah! Attack!
See me if we're
The guardsman-
misted. How
Huh?
can they see me? They can't see me if it's
Because they were
misted.
standing like an inch,
Next
4
to us.
inches ahead of him.
Well,
Yeah,
That's
but you
literally
can't
in
see
front of
me
you.
clearly.
it technically blinds all enemies in an area.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
see?
So you're
So
you're
no,
all
they-
in that mist, so people can't see into the mist, and people can't see out of the mist. But you guys can just about make each other. The fire spreads like as the oil hits the floor, and the guardsman's trying to run out of the mist. He's like, "Oh God! Oh!"
The
Because
blood
he's
arrow's
like-
already gone.
Yeah, he goes, "Help!" As this blood arrow is through his neck, and he falls down to one knee. Miranda goes, and he hits the guy through the chest, and he kind of is trying to drag himself up the hill.
I'm gonna run up to him and snap his neck quickly.
Hold on, the guy's got a spear and lunges at Freya. Freya just knocks the spear aside casually, flicks her trench knife up, so she's got the knuckle duster here and the blade up here, and just stabs him through the gut. And then stabs him again in the neck with her other one.
That was
He's like holding onto her, he drops his spear, he's like...
Can I sprint off to the other one now?
Freya,
dead.
sorry, Lulan just runs through the bushes, grabs him, just and twists his head all the way around.
And I'm dragging his body back into the bushes.
In one motion.
Grabs his leg.
Gosh,
It's
that
like, yes!
was a trademark chosen one. Bad sneak ambush.
It worked.
Excellent work. Max, you're not on camera anymore, by the way.
Oh, that's just kicking feed.
No. Excellent work.
Can I turn around now and come back? So just casually walking off.
At first, I thought maybe you were idiots standing out there, but I see now that it was just a distraction. Excellent play.
I'm gonna
Brandon,
scuttle
rolls
All
her
back.
eyes.
planned. It was all planned.
Ryder picks up her 2 arrows out of the mud and puts them back in the quiver, and just looks at Ryder, being like, "I feel better at you."
Let's press. Let's
Literally
press
distracted.
Right. So now, what's your game plan here?
How big is the wall?
It's about 18 feet.
Oh, I have.
Do their guards have any keys or anything on them?
No, they had nothing on them. No, except a lantern and 2 spears.
I have a climbing kit.
Can Freya run
I
up the
mean-
wall?
We could always put on the uniform.
Yeah.
You can't run up an 18-foot flat wall.
No, but run and then, do kind of like a Spider-Man jump up.
Yeah,
sort
but
of
not
thing.
18 feet. Maybe it was.
Why
Like
don't you
10
do a
feet.
running drop kick? I've done
Have
that.
anybody got any rope? Have I still got rope? I've still got rope.
I've got a climbing kit.
Well, I could just shoot one of my fucking trebuchet arrows into the top with the rope on the end, and then we can just climb up.
Why
Sure.
not use the climbing kit?
It's,
Why not just
'Cause
put
we're
the
only
climbing
one
kit on
climbing
and then
kit.
everyone climbs it?
Yeah.
All right, yeah,
Can't
okay,
use my
whatever. Do that then.
flamethrowers to lift me up.
No.
Not Iron
Oh my
Man.
god.
No. I'm
It's
gonna just
beacon in the sky.
I'm just gonna set up the climbing kit silently.
As you go towards the walls, you can quite clearly see that's about like just guards patrolling around it constantly. All with lanterns, all kind of in eye line of each other. The two by the gate haven't moved at all. They're just holding their lanterns, and they're like kind of muttering between themselves. You can just about make out like, oh, I heard there's going to be another attempt this evening. Aye, it's going to be hard without the bitch's blood, but Lords wants to persist. I can't wait for the prize. Oh yeah, I can't wait for the prize either.
Maybe we should go
Where are
around the
these
back
guards that are talking?
How many? Sorry, I'm gonna just ask, how many guards have we spotted so far in total?
So there's 2 by the gate, and there's about 6 that are constantly patrolling around the outside of the wall.
Does it look like they have bow and arrows?
No, none of them have bow and arrows. They've all got spears and short swords.
Okay, I know what I might do. Okay. Well, fuck it. We don't explain things to each other. I'm gonna put my hood up, and I'm gonna walk up to the gate.
The spearmen just drop. Well, the 2 guards that are patrolling near the wall drop their spears as well. Halt! You're trespassing.
I'm gonna say,
if he's here,
I know where the girl is.
They go to stop. One was about to ring a bell. He's got like the bell cord in his hand.
I'm gonna say,
one has like a horn and a spear out. He's like, what girl? What do you speak of?
You are looking for a girl, and I am Dravik the Monster Hunter. You think I couldn't find a girl, but I won't do it for free. Let me in, and I'll tell you.
I want to do a deception, whatever that is.
Intimidation, you mean?
No, I'm trying to just deceive them.
Be charisma, wouldn't it?
Yeah, what is your charisma?
Well, that's not great, actually. 5.
I've not heard of Dravik the Monster Hunter. Surely all the mercenaries in town are either in employment with the lordlings.
Are they like that?
Huh?
Are they standing next to each other like that?
Yeah, but then there's also like 2 more that are in your eye view, and a couple more are now heading around the corner on their patrol.
I'm gonna walk round behind the guards that are walking to the front and start setting up, because obviously getting attention at the front of the gates, meaning all the guards are going to be there. So I want to climb them up while they're distracted and try and attack from behind.
Yeah, they're all kind of looking, aren't they? I'm gonna go.
If you do not want my help, then you will never find her, and that's fine with me.
And I'm gonna turn to walk.
If he's here, then what about David and Robinson? They were in the footpath.
I'm gonna try and
One just
start
throws a spear, goes straight into your leg.
Okay.
Into your leg.
I've already climbed up the wall, right?
Yeah, shoot. Being on Overwatch, as soon as the spear's shot, can I shoot?
Yeah, the guy who throws the spear, just an arrow hits him, he slides down.
No, obviously the one that's going to blow the horn.
Oh, the horn blows for a second before an arrow hits him in the neck. He's like, and like falls to his knees. The guy's ringing the bell.
Can I do
all
my
these lights come on the ground? You want to yell?
I want to suck everyone off the walls into it.
Oh god, I disconnected for a second.
Me too.
Hello?
I'm back.
That was me.
We wait if everyone's there.
Discord's freaking the hell out.
Everyone back?
Is everyone here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, it was me switching from going to PC.
I want to sort of punch that spear off my leg and activate my ult and try and suck everyone off the top of the walls.
You take 1 wound for the spear.
Okay.
And the guard ringing the bell and the 2 guards next to you that haven't been shot are sucked in. This like massive amount of surge of water just sucks through the ground and like starts spraying everywhere. They drop their weapons as they're confused, grabbing and digging their hands into the wet mud as they're pulled towards Dravik. Dravik seems to be at the center of this whirlpool as these 3 guards and now a 4th that's run round and drops his spear are being pulled in towards this whirlpool, screaming and shouting. The manor gate explodes open as these like 6 or 7 guards run out with spears and swords. 2 more fall into Dravik's whirlpool. The others stop short and begin to get ready to throw their spear. Miranda looses 2 arrows, killing 1 of them.
I
shoot one of the other
I'm
ones.
on the wall now.
Yeah, you're on the wall, Lulan. Yeah, Reiner, you shoot 1 more. It wings him. Actually, yeah, it wings him. Dravik, you've now got about 4 or 5 guys just swilling around you, just going like,
Okay.
like drowning as they spin around you.
So I get a free basic attack to anyone into the whirlpool.
Yep.
So may I do that?
Yep. So what's your
I'm going to use
again?
my cleave.
Oh yeah.
Strength is 10.
So you cut 2 of them completely clean in half as blood begins to fill the whirlpool, like clouding their vision. So
that'd be good for you.
And you cut 2 of them in half. Another one who kind of swings past you, stab him into the ground, and he's like drowning as like his innards are pouring out of your giant blade.
I'm gonna open my mouth and let it spray everywhere on my face.
There's blood and water, just this orb swilling around Dravik as these people are desperately swimming to the edge of it, only to be pulled back in. One of them just begins to choke and drown. He's one of the first ones, and his corpse is just now floating around. As that's happening, Miranda rushes forward with her short sword and stabs this guy through the armpit and through the neck, pulling the blade out. Catherine jumps on him and stabs him again in the chest of her dagger.
I just casually walk past.
Yeah,
Don't
sure.
get sucked into the
guard
whirlpool.
smashes his club over Reiner's head as he casually walks past.
Oh!
Can I do a perception check?
Casually walk past the whirlpool.
Oh, I thought you meant into the ground.
No, like
Yeah,
just
you
casually walk past the
you casually walk
whirlpool.
past.
Jesus.
What did you ask, Luna?
Can I do a perception check, please?
Yeah.
Perception's 8.
So what you can see, Lulan, is from atop the wall, you can look into the grounds, and there's like a row of statues with like swords that have all mossed over, leading into the grounds. All the lights are on in the manor now.
Okay.
There's bells ringing with inside the manor, and like whistles being blown and horns being blown and stuff. 4 more guards, this time all in knight heavy armor, have just marched through the front door. They're like rubbing sleep out their eyes as they put their helmets on. There are archers in the windows, like crossbowmen, as they looking in. There's about 6 or 7 of them, and across the grounds now run some more of these like ruffian-looking cult members with like spiked clubs and axes. Meanwhile, on the other side of the wall, the open gate, there is Dravik, who is just now in this bloodied orb of like water. There is Miranda and Catherine just dispatching one of the guards standing there. Reiner's got his bow out and he's standing next to the orb. Freya is in the bush somewhere with Voltrum at the bottom of the hill.
May I ask for more intense music?
Can I?
That's a very good point, actually.
Okay, I want to.
Admittedly, I was expecting this to be a stealth mission.
It's never a stealth mission, though.
It's never a stealth mission.
We don't do stealth.
Oh, actually, hold on.
One day we will try
Yeah, we'll
harder
try.
than we did today. Because an effort was made today.
I mean, I do apologise. Literally, the moment when I changed from the computer to my phone, Alex said there was guards walking in, so I just didn't hear it. I'm like, why is everybody going in a bush? What?
Okay,
It's the mist.
I don't want to give myself away because no one's looking at the.
Further down the hill, and it's dispatching.
Okay.
So no one's paying me any attention because they can't really see me because I'm dark.
Yeah, no one can see you atop the wall. It's quite a thin wall, by the way. It's not like a wall that people mount. It's like a kind of Japanese style where it's just to keep people out.
So how were they walking above it before?
They weren't. I think Tom just meant they're walking next to it.
Oh, I
They were
thought
on
they
the
were on
outside.
top
Oh, I
of
thought
it.
you said they were walking
No,
atop.
no,
Yeah.
they're walking next
That's
to
what
it.
you
They
said,
were patrolling
and they were
outside the
above.
wall.
Yeah,
No,
you
no,
did
no.
say no.
Oh,
You
I meant
did.
They're
though.
patrolling outside the wall.
Can't keep track of your own stories, Alex.
Okay, I'm
It's
gonna
like
quickly.
fighting,
Hang on.
standing at the bottom of the hill.
You.
I'm gonna quickly drop down and tell whoever's in my hearing, like listening vicinity, like what's basically coming and what's inside archer-wise on the walls. And I'm going to suggest me and Reiner go through the back entrance because now they think the main force is at the front. I want to go to the back and climb up back ways and go through the back windows.
The old sneaky.
So, are you yelling this?
No. I'm gonna go up to Reiner and
Oh, you.
I'm just gonna run around and quickly tell them.
Okay.
Except Freya and Voltrum, because they're at the bottom of the hill. There's no point telling them because they're too far.
Can I casually walk back past Tom's ult?
Yeah. Tom, Dravik seems to emerge from the water, holding a guy's head as he like smashes it and steps on it. And, like all the.
Maybe
all
I
the
suggest Can I suggest traffic? Can you run towards Freya and Vulture and draw their attention away from the place?
I'm
So
in
they
a
have to chase you a
rampage
bit.
right now, but I will be definitely creating a distraction. Don't worry.
Okay. Well.
Okay, so Dravik is in this massive fight. Miranda's sword ignites in flame as she like cuts off this guy's head cleanly. Someone rushes at her with a spear and she just manages to lift it up, spins the blade around and stabs him through the neck, pushing him to the ground. Behind her comes the guy about to swing a club mace, but Catherine comes from a bush, jumps on his back and starts just stabbing him repeatedly in the throat with her dagger, just like screaming.
I'm just gonna go like, yeah, do that.
I'm gonna charge into the. I'm gonna charge straight into the place.
I think Lauren needs to go.
Yeah, Lauren and Vulture.
Do we need
Lauren
initiative?
And Vulture have not done anything.
You've got to be quicker than this then.
No,
Yeah,
but
I'm
getting a chance.
I'm dragging Reiner
okay.
with me close to the wall
Vulture and Freya.
round.
Freya can go first.
Oh, Vulture can go first.
Okay.
How long do you guys take? Just do
Seeing
something.
shit happen.
Walking past people.
Vulture will like take the shield off his back and just start sprinting towards the whirlpool.
Yeah.
And then kind of attempting Legolas in Two Towers, put the shield on the ground,
sick.
jump on it, and kind of just like paddleboard / surf his way across the whirlpool
Hold on.
from one edge to the other, like across.
Give me 1 second.
That is good.
That is good.
Everyone knows Voltrim's deadly in short distance. So as Voltrim's running, his speed's picked up, his armor's behind him. You see like little sparks of lightning underneath his feet, and he grabs this huge shield, throws it on the edge of the whirlpool. As Dravik's just massacring. Like Dravik's now also so blood fueled he doesn't even know if anyone's alive in there. He's just hacking and hacking. Voltrim lands on it, surfs around, gets this like momentum speed boost as he just gets catapulted forwards. The 5 ruffians like running in slow motion through the gate entrance. Just see this dwarf coming off with his giant hammer. Wait, what do you want to do with that?
I'll make it giant. I think I've got it.
So as the 5 ruffians are rushing forwards, Voltrim propelled by the shield, he kick flips the shield and it just like smashes into one of them, breaking both his legs at the knees, so he like collapses inwards, still holding the shield as he rolls. This giant hammer goes like as it like grows in size, and he just takes off the heads of 3 of the ruffians in one fell swoop, as it just like smashes and through them, and they crumble to the floor.
Can I roll for landing?
You like do a roll and land standing up with your hammer drawn between the 2 final ruffians who are like swinging their maces at you.
Fuck yeah.
You also now notice that the 4 armored knights had like 2 giant. They all have 2-handers and they're like rushing now towards you, and you can hear their armor going across the gravel. Freya.
Okay, can Freya just not run but walk up the hill? And like she's gonna kind of do a little sigh, and then can she heat up her? Can I heat up my knuckle dusters?
Yeah.
They're like hot, and then can I do a perception check when I get up the hill?
All right. So when you get up the hill, Dravik's blood whirlpool is still happening. Everyone's now dead inside of that. Voltrim's standing in front of you. He's like battling 2 men that are just swinging like spiked maces and cudgels at him. Behind them are 4 armored knights rushing forwards. To your left and right is the wall and the garden area of the house. You also see now the crossbowmen lining up on Voltrim. And you count 8 crossbowmen in the windows.
Okay.
Also, you walk past Miranda just dispatching the last of the guards outside of the whirlpool.
Okay. How far are the archers?
They're on like the 2nd story of the manor house.
Okay, would my little fireballs reach them?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, can I shoot those then at the 8?
Yeah, what's your wisdom?
It is 6.
Okay, do you want to empower your attack?
Yeah.
Go
on then.
Right, sorry, I'm just reading.
That should get you an extra 2.
I'm not doing that.
Come on.
I'm not
Come
doing it.
on.
How many times do I have to say?
But then you'll get 8 rather than 6.
Why? Why?
Come on, Lord. Do it for the team.
It's for the good of this girl's family.
For the team.
Oh, I don't want to do it.
Do it for your family's legacy.
As
What?
So-
The only thing that's going through my mind is that fucking meme.
Can I come back? I'm running back actually quickly.
hold on. So the archers.
Just drag me away and then run back.
Freya
I'm
just
dragging you back up to
like,
360.
Vulture, all you see is there like 4 balls of blue flame just above your head, and now it's quite clear to you that the archer's aiming at you. 2 of them explode into flames and they like roll off the hill. The story. One of them trips over on fire and just gets impaled on the fence outside the house, and he's like, he's like burning as his body slowly slides down this fence, just screaming at the top of his lungs. The surviving 4 archers fire their bolts. What's your armor again? It's 8, isn't it, Voltron?
With shield, it will be 8 now. Yeah.
You take 1 wound as the bolt hits you. The other bolts kind of 2 embed in the shield and 1 just lands at your feet. Lulan? Oh, sorry, it might be Dravik's turn now.
Should we do initiative so it helps you?
Let's do an initiative.
Is Bleedy on there?
Yeah, we'll put Bleedy on there.
Okay, nice.
Okay. Freya, you're 5.
Yeah, can I also just introduce that it wasn't just me and Freya standing there. It would have been me, Freya, and a sheep.
Yeah, true. True.
I assume he would have been in the bush just eating grass naturally.
Yeah,
He'd have been the first there.
Yeah. And he's got natural camo anyway.
I would love it if Bleedy was just somewhere else completely, having his own sub story. Like, you notice a new
And
patch
Hestia's
of
with
grass.
with him, like just like.
Would you like to eat the grass or sit?
Okay. It goes Dravik,
Hey, good.
Freya, Lulan, Reiner, Voltrum. Alright.
Do the bad guys gotta go?
Yeah, I'll intersperse them.
Okay.
I'll do it for cinematic
Purposes. Okay.
Yeah.
My go. Do I see the crossbowman?
You have to roll a perception test because no one's yelled that to you yet.
Perception check. I'm gonna look around.
No,
I've
I told him.
Them when they're lit up.
Then yeah, okay. I didn't realize you told him about the archers as well. Then yeah, you
Yeah.
know the archers are there.
Yeah. I almost feel like if I'm playing properly, I probably wouldn't have listened to that because I was in the middle of murdering people.
Yeah.
So I'll have a quick look to see what I spot. I've just finished killing. Perception check. What do I see? Who's in front of me? The archer?
So you see Voltrum battling 2 guys, 4 knights now slowly approaching Voltrum. You see Voltrum's got a crossbow bolt in his back, and above is 4 archers notching, and you see the burning remains of 2 of the archers.
Alright, I'm gonna just unhinge my jaw at the crossbowman and water stream at them.
So this water stream hits one of them square, and he just gets cut in half lengthways, and his body just peels away slowly. The glass behind
Like a blue
explodes.
tack,
Yeah. The glass behind explodes, shattering the balcony they're standing on.
Does it get the other guy in there?
The other crossbowmen kind of duck behind as the water just serrates through the stone, sending tiles everywhere.
Nice. Do we still get 2 guys per turn? That whole,
Yeah. You get 3 actions.
Oh, yeah, 3 actions. Great. Then I'm gonna turn. Is Voltrum right in front of me?
Yeah.
I want to pick him up and just use him to smash the other guy.
What, the knight? Wait, the 4 knights?
Yeah.
Okay, so Voltrum, you're battling these 2 guys.
He's doing get help.
So you can kind of see what's
I hate
ahead
get
of
help.
you. As you're like battling, like using your hammer to deflect blows and like pushing these guys back, you're constantly concerned. It's like these 4 knights are running towards you, and then suddenly, before you know it, you're wet, you're off your feet, and you're just being thrown by Dravik.
How
like a
strong
ball
is
in-
Dravik?
He's very strong.
I got 10 out of 15.
Okay.
Yeah. Like a
He's out of
bowling
15
ball.
now.
Yeah, 15's the new thing. Yeah. So you can level up.
Let
to
me just
15.
update my sheet.
As you just barrel them to, like a bowling ball, you knock over all 4 of these knights.
Yay!
Vulture's also rolling on the floor as more arrows go into the ground. You also like manage to defend him from the arrows. However, the 2 guys he was fighting now swing for you.
Don't I still get a go?
You have 1 more action, yeah, but the swing's incoming.
Well, I guess I don't have any weapons on me right now, so I'm just gonna take the hit, but try and bite his face off in the same moment.
Okay, you take 1 wound, but you grab the guy by his collar and like rip his lower jaw out as he just falls to the ground dead. The other guy rugby tackles you into the mud and starts like just pounding on you, sending gravel and dirt everywhere.
Okay.
He goes like he kind of nervously thumbs at his dagger, and as he goes to draw it to slit your throat, an arrow just goes straight through his eye, and he falls back dead as Miranda runs past, notches her arrow, and shoots one of the crossbowmen. As he stands up, he like rolls back into the window that's now exploded, and he probably falls somewhere inside the house.
Nice.
Okay, and now it is Freya's turn.
Okay, can I do what's going on around me now?
So Miranda's just run past you, shot the guy that was about to stab Dravik. The 4 knights are just standing up, kind of dazed and confused. One of their helmets has just spun round. He's fixing it as he pulls his sword out of the ground.
Surely they should be all halfway if Voltron's on the floor.
Yeah, they're all on their knees, same as Voltron's standing up.
Okay, and then the guys with the arrows?
There's about 3 of the archers left, or crossbowmen.
Okay, can I oh wait, can I not use that as on cooldown now?
Yeah, it's on cooldown.
Yeah. Can I use 1 big fireball at...
Your exploding one, yeah.
Yeah, at, like, aiming between all of them. I hope it can I?
Well, us and the people on the floor, or the crossbow?
No,
the crossbows.
Oh. So the 3 of them are still kind of huddled together. As they go to, like, they're winding up their crossbows and notching their bolts, Freya slaps her palms together and this giant ball of fire amasses and just goes lighting up the sky. Like, all the windows in the building are reflected blue. One of the crossbows just drops his crossbow. It's like, oh god! As this ball of fire engulfs all 3 of them, and there's this huge explosion, shattering more of the glass. The fire, like, licks across the building, just setting some of the roof
Just
on
be
fire.
a simple set them on fire.
That move has an explosion radius that increases. And so they're like patting themselves down, like burning, like their eyes melt and pull in their skull as it drizzles down. They're just absolutely fucked, and there's just fire now spreading along the like curtains inside the house.
Nice.
You hear like shouting and screaming as the front door bursts open
We said don't fucking... Sorry.
As more men run out. You see 1 guy now, so you see about like 8 of these guardsmen run out. And you see 1 guy in heavy armor, but with like a long red cloak draped over his like shoulder, and he takes off his helmet and he's got 1 eye. And Catherine's like kind of falls to 1 knee, and she's like, "I can't believe it! You traitor! You are my brother's trainer!" Catherine, come and see your father. I'll kill you! And she like rushes forwards, and Miranda goes to grab her and misses. And the guardsman puts on his helmet.
I'm gonna grab her.
Slats his hands on the floor, and then stone and gravel just grows around him. A massive, like golem-sized man now with like giant arms.
Can I shoot him with
that's
a
cutscene, guys. That's a cutscene moment right there.
Hold on. It's still Freya's turn. You got 2 more actions, Freya.
Do I?
Yeah.
Grab the child.
Grab the child!
Yeah, well, I'm gonna go grab the child.
So Catherine's running with rage in her heart, screaming, tears pouring down her face. You successfully catch her at the waist, and she's like, "I'll kill you!"
Can I drag her back as well?
Yeah, so you're dragging her back. Miranda, like, sighs and she's like, thank you. As the 4 knights are coming to the stand, and like Voltron's completely surrounded now. Lulan, your turn.
Right, I'm gonna run around the corner, see that the ball of blood and water is probably starting to drop on the floor.
Yeah, it's just flooded the front of the house.
Yeah, okay, well then I'm just gonna clap and then do like a big like draw all the blood back, and then send it forward in a tidal wave of damage and destruction.
Very nice.
Back towards the house.
So much for stealthing around the back.
Yeah, well, big ball of blood.
You can't walk away from that. It's not every day that's on the floor.
So
It's not.
Real estate.
So Voltrim's there like, come on then! Standing there, as this massive wave of bloody water just slaps the 4 men, pushing them back again into the 8 guards that are rushing forwards. They all kind of get knocked over. Some of them take a bit of damage, some don't, but they're all kind of pushed
Does
away
2
from
damage.
Voltrim. Yeah, so the knights will take damage, but the ones...
Is
further back-
Vulture a hit? Okay, that's a really cool ability.
It kind of goes like this, it goes... And the hole opens up, like that Japanese game show. It's like perfectly...
Hole in the wall.
perfect Voltrim, yeah.
Right, then I'm gonna turn back around and like, oh no, wait, I still got.
2
I still,
actions.
yeah. Then I'm going to use Blood Whip on the 4 knights.
Oh, they're way
just
out of
one.
range now.
Ah.
You pushed them too far back. You have to move again.
Yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna turn back around and run towards the back of the house.
So you start running back away again. Like,
What was that?
Miranda's just loosing arrows into the crowd of people as they're like standing up and running forwards.
Okay, and then once I get to like a kind of like by where the enemies will be, can I run up, like not run up the wall, make a thing ladder so I can go up the wall and then start running across the wall top.
Yeah. So what you want to go back out? So you're saying you want to stay outside and run along the wall?
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Reiner, your turn.
And I just pull out my siege bow and just start firing into this like rock guy.
Okay. So cool. So you stand next to Miranda. She actually puts her hand on your shoulder and your siege bow, like the arrow tip explodes into flames. And she
Oh, that's quite cool.
She gives your bum a little pat as well.
Nice.
That's just
Releases the bolt. As this golem, the wave did nothing to the golem. He's like the men are all standing up around him. He this like walking towards, and this flaming siege bolt goes whoop, smashing into him. Some of the rocks seem to like crumble around where it hits, but he just like shrugs it off and continues marching forwards.
Again. For his head.
right.
You got 2 more actions.
Can I do a perception on him to see if there's anywhere where the rocks are thin?
From what you can see, and it's a little hard to tell because your eyes are kind of having to squint because the house is now on fire. Is that the most obvious places where you've just hit him?
Okay.
It's
Shoot
hard
him
to
again,
tell
same
'cause it's just a mismatch. Oh, it's gonna be a hard shot to the exact same spot. But you pull it off. Another bolt, like Robin Hood, it splits the first one, hits him. This time he like steps back a little bit from the impact, and he like grabs the bolt with his giant rock hand and rips it out. And now some more of the rock crumbles out, and you kind of see a hole.
Fuck it. Try again for the 3rd shot.
This time the bolt whizzes over his shoulder and smashes through the front door, taking the left door off its hinges and into the lobby.
Oh wow, 2 out of 3. It's not bad.
Voltrim.
So because of the blood tsunami, there's very little like directly in front of Vultrim, right?
No. So there's no one within like arm's reach of you.
Yeah.
But when you turn to face the front of the house, there's 4 knights and 8 men at arms still charging towards you.
Can we see the big dude?
Yeah, he's behind them, marching slowly.
He's behind them.
Mhm.
Because we've got all the range behind me, I think Vultrim's going to take quite a defensive stance. And
Sure.
we typically take like the dodge action. I'd like to spend no attacks to make it harder for them to hit me.
Sure.
And give the opportunity to counter, which I don't normally have, if possible. And
Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
happy
yeah.
to that to be my turn.
Okay. Dravik.
Okay. I'm still standing, I think, aren't I? Which is good. How close
You're
is
muted.
Tom, you muted yourself. That's an OD blunder we haven't
that?
seen in
Sorry,
years.
that's a classic. Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
a
Bingo
classic.
card.
How close is the golem to me?
Nowhere near. You're behind Voltrim, and behind you is Reiner and Miranda.
Okay, I'm gonna just stomp forward until I reach the first enemy that I
Okay,
find.
so you're running forwards now. The first people upon you are 8 men at arms because they are not like as heavy armored as the knights. So some of them have got spears. So you've charged into the 8 of them. You just run past Voltrim, who has this defensive stance.
You said there's 8, yeah?
Yeah.
Can I do my put my cleave away, pull out my double-sided thing, and spinning jump through them like Darth Maul?
Oh, you do a spinning jump. Okay.
Treason then.
Yeah,
I'll
like
say-
Palpatine scream.
I'll say you can hit about 4 of them.
And then I'm pretty much burnt out of powers by this point. It's like the last.
Yeah, I was about to say you're going kind of like a power spree.
Yeah.
Okay, so one of them, just their head is just completely smashed in, but not from the sharp end of your spear, but from the blunt end with the weight on the end, and it just caves in their head. The other 3 kind of duck as you propel yourself, spinning your like spear above your head. You jump over the 4 knights cleanly, and as you land and like roll,
okay. I
your
meant
tail...
like through them.
Yeah.
That's
No. Oh, I know. So your jump goes up.
Oh,
Like it's a
okay.
helicopter
I
move.
misunderstood that. But hey, whatever. I'll roll with it. So I've gone over the top of them.
Yeah, you
Okay.
like this huge jump distance. Like people are like, "What the fuck?" Because you jump
Okay.
over in slow motion, and you just land there, and the golem just swats you with the back of his giant hand.
Oh.
Dravik flies into one of the old statues, and it just cracks around him as he like barrels ass overhead into the mud, and you take 2 wounds.
I take 2 wounds from that slam.
Yeah.
Oh,
The golem now turns. He's like, as he starts marching towards where Dravik's landed.
Okay. Not good. Not good. All right. I'm
You got
gonna.
one more action.
Because the hit basically took 1 away from me.
Yeah, it's kind of your run was 1, and then your jump was another.
How big is he?
About like 15 feet.
No, that's probably not a good plan. All right. Fuck it. I pull out my cleaver and just cleave him. Try and get him right in the head. No, you know what? I'll cleave him right where Reiner got him in the weak spot.
Okay, that's like near his shoulder. He just like blocks it with his armored hand, and you like just kind of now backing away as he just like is blocking your blows. With his...
Okay. That's fair.
Okay, and now it's Freya's turn.
Okay, what's going on around me? Because obviously a lot's happened.
Okay, so what's happening is you're holding Caitlin, who's like screaming and shouting, who I'm pretty sure was called Catherine at the start.
Who was called Catherine?
She's like desperate to try and kill the golem man, although she's obviously vastly not is anywhere near skilled as she had to be. Hold on, I'm trying to find some music.
I've got rope.
Freya and Miranda are firing into the crowd behind you. Voltrim's kind of braced there as 7 men at arms and 4 knights are rushing towards him to kill him. And
Not enough.
and the golem's now chasing Dravik through the garden.
Jason Draven literally running away left.
Is the golem the one with the red cloak?
We did have a red cloak, yeah.
Yeah, we did. How far is Dravik from me?
Quite far. He's across the garden from you.
Okay, can I throw Catherine to... Is it Amanda?
Yep. No,
Yeah,
Miranda,
can I-
yeah.
Yeah, can I throw it to her?
Yep, she's holding her down now. She stopped firing her bones, just holding her.
Okay, and then is there any, like... I'm probably going to go help Dravik, but is there any enemies, like, close to me?
So if you imagine like on a straight path, there is.
Yeah.
But now Dravik and the golem are on the left-hand side of the garden.
Okay.
So you can kind of veer off as long as none of them chase you.
Yeah, can I veer off?
Yep. So you're just you run past Voltrim as well. He's still just standing there like waiting. The
Can I,
guards are
can I, tap Vulture as I run? He knows I acknowledged him.
Voltrim's counter kicks in immediately.
No.
I'm joking. So Freya's running. You can see this golem just smashing like a well, and like bushes and trees are being knocked down. You see Dravik like running, like rolling, as like he just cuts a tree clean in half with his stone hand. You got 2 more actions, Freya?
Oh, okay. Can I just keep going towards them then?
Yeah, you're there. You're
I'm there.
basically.
Okay, so then.
Is there anything you guys want to shout at each other?
You're shouting at me.
Fine, I'll just stand here.
Yeah, Dravik, do you want to communicate? Freya's just jumped into the garden to help you.
I'm just like this. Look at that, cleaving that guy.
Yeah.
So what, are they fighting each other?
Yeah.
Okay, can I jump into the fight?
Mhm.
And with my knuckle dusters, try smack the golem across the face.
Yeah, you just want to.
But like I jump into the fight and do it.
Yeah, you just want to do. Do you want to use your fire kick?
No,
Okay.
not yet.
Sure. So you jump and basic attack. What's your strength?
Strength is 8.
Okay, you just 2 fists just tap his stony like head, and just nothing happens. You just go, and he just like kind of headbutts you, and you roll backwards in the ground. You don't take any damage because you managed to block as he.
This
hits
guy's
you.
strong.
And
Yeah.
You're now standing next to Dravik, shoulder to shoulder with this giant man before you.
Okay. Do I get one more action
You have
point
one
then?
more action, yeah.
Okay, now can I use my fire kick? Oh, wait. Actually, wait. Can I do a perception check of like his armor and stuff? Like, what's he wearing?
Yeah, we can do another one, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he's a big golem made of stone. You know, deep inside the stony hide is the person that's controlling it.
Yeah.
In the left-hand shoulder of the golem, there's quite clearly crumbling in a hole where.
Okay, can I
Ryan is-
aim my fire kick at that then?
Yeah, you want to fire kick that hole? It's going to be a tight kick. We'll fucking try it. Freya, like, just fly kicks like Falcon. This blue flame just engulfs her body and leg as she spins and lands this flying, like, flaming kick on the left shoulder of this guy. And the arm just sucks out the socket with a heavy thud. His left arm, the stone arm, explodes into gravel on the floor, just sending dust everywhere.
Nice.
Shit.
Nice stuff.
In a counter to that, as like Freya goes to land, he grabs Freya and just starts.
Oh, I'm gonna get thrown across the room like I do every session.
No, he's just gonna hold you and start crushing you.
For God's sake.
Is that with his golem hand or his human hand?
His golem hand. His human hand's not.
It's human head.
It's just this tiny little. No, his human hand's not present. The golem hand's just crushing Freya, and she'll take a wound per turn.
Gravity, but do something.
Okay, Lulan, your turn.
Well,
Hi. I imagine myself climbing on the left-hand side of the wall. Am I on the right-hand side?
You didn't pick, so you can decide now if you like.
I'm gonna be on the left-hand side. So can I? You said they were right by the wall, right?
Yeah.
Um,
No, they're not right by the wall. They're in the garden area.
Okay, well,
I mean, you can see it kind of through the trees. What's happening? Because he's just sending trees flying.
no, that wouldn't work then. Okay, can I? Well, I'm gonna propel down then with my kit quickly.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, and then can I see the golem and stuff?
Through the trees, yeah.
Okay, can I run up to the golem quickly from behind, and then can I do triple strike on the back of its knees?
Oh, okay. Lulan's all over this fucking battlefield, isn't she? So you emerge and like slice under his legs, and you slice twice more.
Yeah,
however,
it's three times 2 damage.
Yeah, it doesn't pierce his armor.
It's with the piercing swords. It's not with the.
Well, you don't have armor-piercing weapons.
I do. My
Like,
daggers.
You got daggers, yeah. So you can stab, not slice. But he's literally made of stone. So you just go. and it kind of just blocks off. It's enough for him to be like, what? As he turns around, Lulan just Freya's still just like caught, just getting hit with all these pine trees.
Is Freya's arms free, or is she grabbed?
No, she's like bound like that. Yeah.
Okay.
And now he sees you and he tries to stomp on you.
Okay, can I just get under? Or...
Yeah, you manage to roll out of the way as his foot just like kind of sending a shockwave.
Can I grapple up the side of him that lost his normal arm, his golem arm, and then with his human arm, can I just use?
His human arm's not out.
It's hiding.
Oh, it's hiding. But
There's
is
still
it? What is there a wall? Oh, it's
Yeah.
a wall. Oh. Okay.
It's not just gonna be a little.
He's got like a little gap in the side of him.
Yeah.
So it's like
Is there a
all-
tiny gap in the
all
side of
golem,
him?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then there's a hole
like,
where
through,
the arm was
through the
knocked off.
stone. There's still stone there, but there's now a big socket where a stone arm used to be.
Oh, okay. So there is.
Inside,
Oh.
There's still more stone, but inside the socket, it's a thinner
Right.
layer.
There's a thinner layer.
Yeah.
Can I stab the thinner layer?
So hold on, you got to successfully climb up him first while he struggles. You kind of like slip and slide, and you manage to just hold your dagger between two of the like joints of stone, and you're now just holding on as he's like starting to run towards Dravik with Freya in one hand, and you just like Reiner.
Right, can I see him from where I am?
Not quite. You can hear him though.
Okay. And then what have I got in front of me? Got the 8 guards, Vultrum.
8 guards and 4 knights and Vultrum. Well, actually, sorry, 7 guards. One was missing half his head.
Okay. Can I, one, tie up the girl?
Sure. Yeah. Miranda's like, thank you, and she's like, you bastards! Just let me kill him. He betrayed my family.
Just ignoring her. Can I shoot 2 of the knights with the siege bow? Different knight each time.
Yep. One of the knights who's severely injured just goes. The siege bow hits him in the neck, and he falls forwards and slides down the rest of the siege bow. The other one just takes it to the chest and like it stops him. 2 of them now, like out of the guardsmen, about 3 of them reach you, Vultrum. So we're just going to quickly do Vultrum's counter. One of the spears lunges. It actually hits your armor, but yep, an armor spark sends him flying backwards. The other 2 you successfully counter, and you land 1 blow on one of them. He has no armor, so you effectively just like crack his like kneecap inwards. And he like falls to the ground, and then you lift your hammer up and just slam it down into his head, just leaving a puddle of teeth and bone.
A fucking disgusting hammer.
Oh, damn.
Reiner, that was all your actions, wasn't it? You shot twice and tied the girl
Yeah.
up. Yeah. Vultrum, your turn. There's 6 guardsmen, 1's currently stunned, 1's still locked in combat with you, and 3 knights.
I think we kind of said that it wasn't going to be a regular ability, but still going to go for it anyway. Vultrum's going to go try and take out the first guy in front of him, but while doing this saying, "We are the protectors!" as he like lands a blow of the true Lady of Lazarus, and then walk past and basically try and taunt all these ads onto him so that everyone else can deal with the big bad guy.
So yeah, your taunt works to like kill the dwarfling as they like rush for. Oh, sure, right. Okay. So they like rush forwards at you. The guy that was like fighting you goes to stab you in the wrist, but you manage to like catch his blade, hit him in the chest with the under of your hammer, and then just uppercut him with the hammer side as he like does a backflip and lands on his neck, cracking his neck. The stunned guy is still just on the floor, going like tweaking as you run past him and just start like screaming this thing as 4 more guards rush at you. Each one of them swings. All 3 land. So let me just check. 1 charge, 2 charge, 3 charges.
Nice.
So now 4 of them are stuck in combat with you.
Okay, the armor plate is like massively charged now.
Cool.
Not going to do anything.
You still got
Okay,
action.
oh, I've still got actions.
Yeah, you taunt and then hit.
Taunt
Count.
attack.
Yeah.
I guess I'll just use it to make the armor more, so it's now up to 9 instead of 8.
Okay, cool.
So that dispels all charges.
Sure.
Or discharges.
Right. They've just swung at you. The 3 knights now enter combat with Vultrum. Each 3 swings their massive swords. Each 3 hit you. That's 1 charge, 2 charge, and 3 charges again. Let's just see if there's any armor pen, because they do have heavy weapons. Yeah, 1 wound, 2 wounds, and the 3rd one doesn't go through.
Okay. The most damage Vultrum has ever taken.
What are you on?
3 out of 9.
Whoa!
No, it's been 3 out of 9 wounds.
Oh,
Okay, I was about to
Jesus!
say.
I was like, what have I missed?
No.
Okay, so it's now Dravik's turn.
Alright, I got a question for you, Alex, because you know there were 2 cards of Dravik. I believe I used an old card to use that mist earlier, which I don't think he still has. So I'm happy to stick with that for this battle, unless you're happy for me to use...
No, you still got mist on my card.
Yeah, but if you read it, it has the wrong name. It's actually the arm.
Oh, yeah.
Are you happy for me to just forget mist and carry on, or...
Yeah, you can just keep mist.
Okay,
fine.
the cooldown's over anyway, so I'm just gonna
Yeah.
go for this. Pretty much, I'm gonna... Actually, that's not gonna work, is it?
Oh yeah, Freya takes 1 wound from being grabbed.
Okay. What, just in addition to what she already took?
Yeah, so she takes a wound every start of combat.
I'm gonna... There's not really much... Is Lulan right in the arm bit?
Yeah,
Right.
still holding on as he's ploughing through the trees towards you.
Alright, he's planning to chase towards me. Well, I guess I might as well just meet him in the middle and try and, with my pointy double sword,
Yeah.
I'm going to try and pierce the weak point and miss Lulan
Oh, okay.
as he
jump
runs
up.
along.
You jump up, and like the force of him running towards you, as you jump towards him to like try and stab at where Lulan is. This is a very intense bit of action here, so we're gonna roll a crit dice. You slam into Lulan, knocking her free as she rolls into the mud back there, and now you're just in her place with a giant sword.
But did it go through? Did I hear any sort of like... Ugh!
It's stuck deep into this socket. It was enough to stop him dead in the tracks, and he spins and just runs at shoulder barges the wall, trying to pin you between him and the wall.
Can I put my legs up like a true bench presser?
Yeah.
Or not a bench, a squatter, but a sideways squat.
Yeah. You manage to stop the impact, but where the spear is dug into your leg, that leg slips and slams into the wall. The wall explodes and starts cracking around you. You take 2 wounds as you roll off of him.
Ooh, I'm not
Surely
looking
the
good.
more he does that, the more he's slamming in the sword into himself.
Yes,
Yeah.
which is my next point.
Yeah.
And so as the wall collapses, he like stumbles back slightly and falls to one of his rocky knees. And like you see just that half of the thing begin to crack from where Dravik's sword's embedded, like it splits down the middle like an earthquake.
Ooh.
And his left leg kind of crumbles now as well.
Is my
And
sword
his
still in
massive-
there?
Yeah, it's fallen free and dug into the floor in front of you as you're like
Okay.
lying there like under a rock. And the casing's now cracked sort of like a walnut, and you can see the knight in the middle of it.
Is he still holding
you-
Freya?
Yeah, with one hand, yeah. Freya, you took a wound, by the way.
Okay.
Dravik, you're actually going to lose your final action point because you're going to be stunned.
Okay.
Freya, you're still bound, so you can't really do anything.
Okay.
Lulan.
Okay, I'm assuming I fell off not too far away at all.
Yeah, a little short distance. You can still see everything.
Okay, can I run up to the now little crevice in himself that you can see of the knight Is he wearing? Wait, is he wearing armor underneath that as
like
well?
really heavy armor.
Damn it. Okay. Then can I use? I want to use blood arrow. That's just cooled down. I want to use blood arrow through his arm, but underneath his armpit, because I'm assuming his arm's out like that.
His arms are out. Like at no point is he going like woohoo. He's just standing there like completely stationary. Like,
all right, then I'm just gonna use blood arrow and just go for the weakest point in the body that I can see.
He's well aware the casing's now broken. He's just trying to get one or two more squeezes out of Freya. So he like stomps back. You kind of see him about to like crush Dravik quickly, but your arrow scares him, so he steps beside Dravik and he's like trying to avoid it as this arrow is going like trying to find its way in, and it just goes straight through the casing and like pierces into him. You hear this like gurgled scream. And he's like ah, and it's like grunt of pain as he takes a wound, and he lets go of Freya. She falls to the floor, and he just disperses the casing. So there's like a huge, like massive force of air pulls inwards, and you kind of have no idea what's about to happen as these like all the ground and pebbles mass around him, and then he like slams his hand together and just goes this rock explosion everywhere. Freya, Dravik, and Lunan take 1 wound as all these rocks smash into you.
Oh,
okay.
That's upsetting.
He lands on the floor and like pulls earth onto his fist, so he's got like armored dusters as well. Like slams his hands together and like is now standing toe to toe with you, Lulan.
Okay. Can I then?
He's an earth mage, if you guys haven't guessed.
Yeah. Then can I use blood whip? But I want to use it to sort of drag his head down towards the ground, towards my knee that I'm gonna hit up.
Okay, yeah. So, what's your wisdom, sorry?
Kind of like, what? My wisdom is 8.
Cool, yeah. Your blood whip pulls him down. He wasn't expecting it, as like you just lash out and like drag him forwards, and you knee him in the head. It doesn't do any damage, but his helmet comes off.
Hey.
Nice. Okay, and then
I think that's all your actions, isn't it?
no,
You got one more.
Yeah. And then I'm going to, just get into defensive position because he's obviously going to attack me.
Cool.
So.
And he is going to do that right now. So he goes at you with 2 fists. You successfully counter. And you manage to draw 1 more wound on him as your like blade slices under his arm, like at the gap in his armor.
Nice.
And he steps back a little bit. Reiner.
Still can't see what's going on, can I?
No, now you can. The walls clearly collapsed. All the trees have been knocked down. They're back towards you guys.
Okay. God. Can I use... Probably should have done this fucking ages ago. Sorry. Wind ball.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna shoot 1 arrow at him.
Sure. So wind wall, it's easy enough. You draw your short sword through and like air blasts in front of you. You want to shoot just 1 normal
1 arrow. Yeah. One siege arrow. Yeah.
Yeah. Propelled forwards by the wind wall, it's just across like grass is literally cut in half as it flies over, and he's like going to punch, and it just goes straight through his side, and he's like forced to 1 knee, as he's just like blood sprays all over Lulan's face.
He's just smiling because that's like
snaps,
nice.
He snaps the spear and like just like grunts and stands up again, coughing up blood as he stands.
Oh fuck it! I'm gonna shoot another one at him.
Hold on, let me just take a record of his health.
How many siege arrows do you get?
He's kind of got unlimited.
Unlimited.
It's too hard
Sweet.
to measure quickly. Your second arrow just misses and just like cuts a tree in half behind him, sending this tree just like collapsing forwards. Voltrim, we've got quite a few people swinging at you, Voltrim, as Reiner's completely not looking at your direction.
Easy, Voltrim's fine.
Adam.
You're also muted, Adam.
Apologies, went to Lou.
Okay.
Okay.
You're in combat with these 4 guys still, so we're gonna have to roll for that.
Okay, I want one of them to hit me.
Well, I'm sure that's gonna happen. One misses, 2 miss, 2 hit you.
Okay.
No, you get charge and you get another charge.
Okay. The guys that come in, can I essentially let the attack that hits slip through my guard? I then want to clamp one attack, clamp the other one, and now I've got full charge of the armor. I want to do the 4 discharge, which is the lightning bolt through the rest, but try and pull these guys' arms out their sockets.
Yeah. Okay,
and then go into the wind wall and go wherever.
Fucking hell. Okay, hold on.
Go wherever you want.
So, well, you just rolled a nat 20, so why not? So what happens is you grab these 2 guys with their short swords, and they're like confused as you like begin to light up, and then you fire this massive beam as the 2 guys that missed you just get like blasted away. All that's left of one of them is one shoe that's just smoking. The 3 knights, the injured knight that Reiner kind of impaled, isn't quick enough, and he loses his left arm and left leg as he collapses on the floor, just blood filling the gravel. The other 2 knights jump aside. All the guardsmen are now completely obliterated, except the 2 that you're holding. As you fly backwards, just ripping... You don't break them out the sockets, you rip their arms off. And they're like, ah! Like spraying, as you've just got these 2 arms. You drop your hammer, hit the wind wall, and just go boom! Like, Miranda's even like, what the fuck? Like, she kind of goes to cover Caitlin, thinking that you're going to come through the wind wall. Reiner's like turns as all this like dust actually is flicked up from over the inside of the wind wall, and you go straight into the manor, into one of the towers, and just go straight through a window into the dark, basically.
Magnifique.
You're going to be stunned for the rest of your action.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, I think that's fair.
Okay, let's just find some more music. Hold on. Are we liking the synth wave or?
Yeah,
I like it.
Makes me feel like a proper
Reminds
boss
me of that
battle.
time in Berlin.
Right. So
I'll go get a drink.
the 2 guards that bleed to death, but Reiner, the 2 knights, are now going to like just completely confused at where Voltram's gone. They draw their long swords again and their 2-handers and run through your wind wall at you. Miranda stands up, draws her short sword, and goes into a counter pose. She distracts, takes one of the attention off them, and is just fighting him, like countering. She didn't have enough time to ignite her sword, so her blade's kind of like fragile against this giant knight swinging his 2-hander. Caitlin's tied up, and the guard who swings at you immediately sees Caitlin and kind of like goes to roll around you to head to her. Meanwhile, Dravik, you come to, like you wake up, you've got this massive like half a wall leaning on you.
Is my arm out?
Yeah, so it's kind of just on your lower back and your legs.
Can I look up and see how the fight's going?
Yeah, you see Lulan ducking and weaving as this the like captain of the guards is swinging his fists at her.
I'm gonna create the water arm tentacle.
Nice.
And then just try and grab him with him unsuspecting.
His back is to you.
Yeah.
Your tentacle wraps around his neck, and like as he goes out with one of his fists is about to align with Lulan's face. Like she dropped her dagger guard slightly, and now he's just stuck, caught there. But you're like just holding him there.
Yeah, and I don't think I'll be able to get out and hold that at the same time, right?
No.
I would just use all my turns to try and forcefully keep him there.
He's going to suffocate for 1 wound. Freya? Freya? Oh.
She takes her turn very serious.
Why won't you set poor pumpkin? Can you come in here? Yeah, I guess she can sit in here with me.
How are you guys looking? I'm not looking good at all.
I'm looking fine. I've only taken 1 damage.
I'm like on the brink of death.
Oh, Tom.
My idea,
crushed
if
by a rock.
Alex allows it, is to use my serrated dagger to stab him, so then he's under my control, and then just get him to kill himself.
Ooh.
Oh, you're poppy.
You could, if he's under your control, you could get him to tell us where to find the guy we're looking for. Her
We will
dad.
find it anyway. The story will progress
I
regardless.
know, but we can't go in with that. You got to like get the info.
I only hold it for one turn, so I just want to kill him. I want to end himself.
No, ask. He might not even be here. He might be hidden somewhere else.
He will be here.
Right, so I'm just going to catch Lauren up because Fudge was being a naughty girl.
Naughty Fudge.
We have to
Sorry,
go
guys.
anyway. Because we have to go under the thing to get under the temple. That's where she said he was going to be.
Okay, so Freya, Lulan and Dravik managed to rescue you.
Okay.
You're like still kind of wrapped up in the rocky hand that's crumbled around you. The guy is fighting Lulan in hand-to-hand combat. Dravik is stuck under the collapsed wall that he was slammed into, and he's using his tentacle water arm to hold the guy in place because he was about to land a blow on Lulan. So you've kind of come to as well, like you're covered in dirt and mud, and you can break out of your enclosure for one action point.
Okay, can I do that?
Yeah, so you just go like and shatter, sending like bits of the rubble around you, and you stand gloriously emerged. In front of you is Lulan, who's like on one knee, looks a bit like kind of tired slightly. Dravik on the other across the garden, holding the guy back from landing a blow on Lulan.
God, so it's pretty much all of us trying to beat this one guy.
Lulan is not tired.
Voltrim's catapulted himself into the manor through the window, and Ryan is now fighting shoulder to shoulder Miranda from the Knights.
Okay. Could I I guess I'll help Tom then.
Dravik, yeah?
Yeah. I forgot his name for a sec then.
You managed to lift the piece of wall off of him.
Okay.
Oh. Sweet, you're helping the rock get the rocket. Okay, I'm gonna sort of crawl out and try and stand up, but I'm kind of like
I'll
on
just
one
leave
knee.
you there.
You've got one more action, Freya.
Can I use that to? Lulan's not in the way, is she?
No, the guy's got his back to you. He's bound.
Okay, can I do a fireball at him then?
Yes, I think it's been at that time. A massive ball of fire hits. He's kind of like just a post in the way. So Lulan, you're just like feel this immense heat as his back is just burning. The tentacle kind of becomes steam and disperses from the heat.
That might burn his face a bit because he's got suddenly got boiling water around his face.
Yeah, so now his neck is badly burned. His like kind of because he has no his helmet, all the fire is engaged, and he
doesn't have a helmet on.
Yeah, it got knocked off. Yeah.
Yeah. So he seemed like somewhat like melty, burnt. He's lost all the hair on the back of his head, and he's in quite a bad way from this.
Can I shove forward with my serrated dagger and nick him with it?
Your turn. Yes. In fact, when you stab towards him with your serrated dagger, you've rolled a nat 20.
Oh.
Your dagger just goes straight through the roof of his mouth and into his skull. As he's like, and he like leans on you slightly, the blood welling from where Reiner's arrow hit him in the chest, and then he just falls forward dead on you.
Lovely. I'm just gonna kick him off my blade and sheath it back, and then just start walking towards the house.
Okay, well Reiner's still...
Actually, no. I'm gonna walk towards the No, I'm gonna run towards the Reiner and whatever her name is.
Miranda.
Miranda, yeah.
I'm gonna help before they get to Clarissa. The one going towards Clarissa or whatever her name was.
Caitlin. For fuck's sake, Caitlin. Name, everyone.
I want to tackle the guy from behind down onto the floor.
Sure. So the guy, he swung at Reiner and then spun round to like drive his sword through Caitlin. You slam out of nowhere onto the side of him, and the both of you just barrel into the gravel.
Who's gonna
Reiner,
kill
your
her?
turn.
Ruins my
Running all over the
plan.
place.
But okay.
So Reiner, what you can see is in front of you, Caitlin's bound. Lulan's now rolled further than she expected because the knight's just again for the third time standing up. But behind them, Miranda's like being backed up into a wall. Her bow's on the floor. She's just using her short sword as this knight is just swinging this massive two-hander. She's trying to duck and weave.
So the knight that Lulan just bashed into is not with her. He's just
He's between you and Lulan and Caitlin.
Okay, fuck it. Can I use Wind Slash?
Yeah? Well, you're old.
No.
Oh,
It's a
wait,
different ability. Reiner quickly unsheaths his blade, causing a current of air to slice in front of him.
Yeah, okay, so, but who are you aiming at?
Well, I'm guessing we're going to try and do a cross and get both the knights.
They're way too far away from each other. One's, like, directly ahead of you, and one's now pushing back out the gate.
Okay, I'm going to do something else then.
Sure.
I'm gonna pick up Caitlin.
Yeah.
Yep. Gonna pick up Caitlin. Wind kick off the close one.
Yep.
Back to the other one that's fighting Miranda.
Okay. Let me just roll that. What's your wisdom again?
Not great. Inventory. 6. Not bad.
Okay, so what happens is you pick up the kid and you slam your boot into the knight's face as he's standing up, falling back over again. You backflip over and land kind of next to Miranda as this guy's swinging his sword, confused at why you've got him. Miranda's like, "What are you doing? Get out of here!" She's like hitting the blades. The little girl's struggling. You got 2 more actions?
2 more actions, okay. So yeah, I'm gonna one action is chuck the girl. But actually, I might. I'm gonna untie the girls to cut the girl's rope.
In battle. Okay.
Yeah, but like I'm standing next to her, so I'll cut.
Yeah, Miranda's now just blocking for you as her sword's like being pushed into her. Miranda takes a wound as the blade slams into her shoulder, and blood just starts trickling down her left arm.
Can I
pushes the blade off?
Right, so as he's like that, and he's pushing it in, I want to grab my sword and go like under.
Sure, we'll do a little crit dice for that. You stab through. It's an armor-piercing blow. It goes straight through his shoulder as he like drops his sword, grabs your arm, and just lays his left fist straight into your face. You barrel backwards, but you don't take a wound. As he's doing that, Miranda stabs him through his foot with her blade, pinning him into the ground. And she.
What about them?
Caitlin, yeah, Miranda kicks off of him, so he pushes off of you, and he falls to one knee, and then Caitlin runs forward and just jabs him in the eye with her dagger, just like downward blow straight through his helmet with the visor, and like he just goes and then falls backwards.
She's dangerous.
Very
You
stubborn.
little minx.
Voltrim, you come to in this tower, and you're like, standing there's glass everywhere, books, papers, scrolls in the air. Like you can only really see because of the moonlight. You can hear the crackling of fire from one of the floors below, and you notice the floorboards you're standing on are starting to bend and buck beneath the weight.
You did say I'll be stunned for a turn.
Yeah, but I'm just going to describe what happens. So as you're standing there, you stand up and the floorboards crack, and you go through to the tower below. You land on like a chair, and then that floor cracks, and you go down onto the first floor. And now you're landing in like the kitchen. You slam into a table that sends all these pots and pans everywhere, and like a pot lands on your head somewhat. The knight stands up next to Lulan, and Dravik, it's your turn.
All right. Might have to dip out on this one.
He's miles away from you, this guy.
Yeah, pull out the house fire.
No, I'm gonna get into a little corner, and let me get my thing up. I can't actually do that. Or can I? Oh, it is a different ability. Okay, cool. I'm gonna just take a moment, look at the guy we beat, and be like, honorable death. And then I'm gonna water tomb myself with the intention to heal.
Nice. Okay, you can have 1 wound back.
Okay, and then I think that's that for that.
Cool. So yeah, you get 1 wound back. Freya?
Okay, so
There's just 1 knight left. He's standing next to Lulan on the path.
yeah, can I then I don't really want to use. Actually, I haven't used flamethrower yet, have I?
He's out of range of that. You'd have to move towards him.
Oh, okay. Can I move towards him then, and then just use my
So
knuckle dusted knife thing?
Oh, okay. So you just want to hit him with basically.
Yeah.
He's so injured. He's been knocked over so many times. He's exhausted. Freya, like Lulan's getting to her feet as he like lifts his axe, his great sword, ready to deliver this killing blow, and you just punch him straight in the back of the neck, and there's this sickening crunch as he falls to his knees, and you just jab him through the top of his head with the dagger part of your weapon, and his eyes just roll backwards as he falls forwards, dead at your feet.
Ooh. That's some serious amount of dead right there. Let's come down with a sudden case of death.
The moon lights up the way towards the manor that's half on fire.
I rips on my shirt off and then tape it around. God, I can't remember her name. Miranda's neck.
Shoulder. She's like,
What, make a tunic or whatever it's called?
Tourniquet. She's like, oh, thank you, Reiner.
Can Voltron make his way to a window looking out towards the party?
You can't see anything because you've got a giant pot stuck.
Can I use sewing stitch on Dravik?
Take the pot off.
It's stuck because of the helmet.
Oh. To be honest, he does have that increased armor thing, which makes him attract metal.
Yeah.
Where's my hammer? You hear shouted.
It's like hollowed echo, and you hear this like smashing in pots and pans as like Voltron walks into things.
Can I use sewing stitch?
Fire as well.
You can't touch me yet. I'm in my water.
He's currently in his water bubble.
I'm just gonna hold the blood then.
What did you ask, Max?
Is the house still on fire?
It's just a small bit on fire.
Okay, that's fine.
Caitlin stands up. She's like, I knew you guys were the chosen ones. We've heard about you. Perfect timing to have you all here.
Okay. Can I like kneel in front of her and be like, now you know our power. You have to promise me that you have to stay back.
I will. Take me to my father. We can finish this together. I'll stand behind you and let you guys lead the way. Most of his guards must have been drawn out by this. He'll be poorly guarded. Miranda pulls up her longsword. Her bow's kind of like cracked beneath the knight's feet, and she just sheaths her short sword. Sorry. Are we pushing on then?
I'm gonna assume my 2-turn healing's done, right? So I can join in. And...
Yeah.
Okay, so I get one more.
As soon as he comes out of it, I'm just gonna shove blood into him. And
So I pop out. So I get one more wound from my second turn. Yeah, my heal. Yeah. And then in addition to that, I get blood in the face.
Yeah, and it heals you a bit more.
Okay, you didn't ask. That just sort of happens. Okay, great. I'm gonna be like bemused, and then wait, that actually felt better.
Yeah, like your scales kind of like seal together with his blood.
Right, I know we like.
Yeah, and then. Sorry.
You go ahead.
Keep going, Tom. Keep going, Tom.
No, I was just going to walk over to everyone else and do a nod towards Leland.
Can Voltrum use his temporary, ethereal ability to try and get out of this damn pot?
Unfortunately, the pot follows you to the void and back. It's
you just start hearing these even more annoyed noises coming. Ah!
Voltrum blindly finds his way into the lobby.
Can we? Can I do a perception check in the area of that noise, that strange ethereal noise?
You know, in Kung Fu Panda, where he's going up the stairs in number 2, and it's just like like angry noises. The guy gets really scared. It's just like that. It's just Vulture rolling around on the floor.
I'm going to investigate the noise.
Popping in and out of existence. I think that'd be really cool.
Slow-mo walking is like this just brutal battle scene behind you. As you enter the house, you see Voltrum's stuck with his pot on his head.
Oh. I'm gonna go up to him and be like, "This is no way for a warrior to die," and then try and grab the pot with
Armor,
one
please.
hand and
Armor,
pull
please.
the pot.
So Vulture not knowing who it is, sparks traffic. You go flying back through the door and into the gravel outside, like skidding into it.
Can Lulan just like use some blood to like lubricate it? Just like,
no, I've got a plan. I've got a plan.
Did I
so
get
I'm gonna
hurt?
go back. Vulture, calm. It's us. I don't know if you can hear that in the film.
What's the
but-
password?
Whoa.
Didn't know there was a password. We didn't discuss it.
Okay, it's you guys.
Okay, so then I want to like put my hands on the helmet like this, and I'm going to use wind kick on his shoulder and push off.
So the power of wind kick just pushes Vulture into the basement downstairs, and Reiner goes up through like all the way up the lobby and like onto the second floor, just like and lands. The pot goes on Reiner's feet as he like barrels back over and lands head first into the lobby.
Where's my hammer?
That damn pot. That's gonna take us down.
So Vulture in the basement, you see like there's a stone archway with like.
In all seriousness, does anyone have my hammer?
No one has your hammer.
Did I take any wounds to that?
Where is his
No,
hammer?
you didn't.
Can I look for
It's just
Vulture's
outside,
hammer?
Yeah, it's just
Can I
outside.
start dragging it in and like when I get to the
Oh, no,
hole, just plop it down?
It's gone small again, so you can.
Okay, then I'm just gonna like plop it down.
Yeah, so the hammer just lands. Vulture catches it. Where like the moonlight's gone through the open door and Freya's blue flames, you can see the basement. There's like casks of ale and wine. There's some cured meats, and then there's this massive stone archway with like this giant stone door with all this like ancient Elvish writing alongside it.
Might want to come down here.
I'll pick
I
myself
just like
up.
drop all the way down.
Head off.
Yeah, you
God,
can all go down.
no, Max, no. Don't.
It's too late. He said it.
Fuck! 3
That's-
stories.
No, it's
two.
okay. It's okay. It's just.
But he's got a
basement,
pot
so-
on one foot.
He's going from the second floor to the basement.
Yeah. So what happens is the rest of the lot you guys can just make your way down basement steps.
But if it is too far, can I do like? Oh, I can't. Well, does it? Try that before.
I mean, I'll allow it because you're an elf anyway. So
Okay, cool.
Half
What happened to the pot?
half elf. The pot's gone now, unless you want to bring it with you. Though.
Max, do you want to bring
Keep
that
that thing away from
pot?
me.
That. We finally found your weakness. I'm gonna head down and go to the girl
What do you make of this?
and point at the elven door.
She like lifts up the torch she's holding as Miranda lights like another 2 and passes it amongst you all.
Is Bleaty near us, by the way?
Bleaty was just outside shooting grass.
He's-
Can I start bringing Bleaty in?
They're just
with
bodies
Hestia?
around him that we didn't even notice.
Yeah,
just
so
skips
Bleaty
between
and
the
Hestia
bodies
come
and
in.
the gaps.
Hestia, yeah, like he just clocks
Yeah,
fine.
it's like
Hestia's like pecking at one of the guy's eyes and she like pulls it out and like sucks it up juicily.
Good
like,
girl. Let's
I
give
like
her a
it.
good little pat. Good
like,
girl.
cleans under a wing, and Bleaty like seeing that then does the same and like takes a bites
Oh,
one of
no.
the dead guys, like just chunks out, and then looks at Lulan for attention,
I say, good Bleaty.
and he just goes.
Can I look at Bleaty and like point at Caitlin and be like, Bleaty, protect.
He just looks and just goes. You think for a second he just
Well,
goes.
we've got Bleeder here. What's he gonna do?
Oh, yeah.
The freaking no. Sorry, I want to keep that. Oh.
Okay, so you're the Caitlin like looks over with, yes, this is what my father discovered. This belongs and has passed down through my family as a secret for generations, but my father managed to decipher the code to open it. It's an ancient elven word. Friend, no, it's an ancient elvish poem that opens it. I believe I can remember it. It's something about rebirth and life. And she stands there and utters like this incantation, and all the runes begin to light up. And you hear like a faint whisper. Enter as it like the door cracks open.
Ooh, it's a good
Miranda
thing we
like
brought her
pushes
along.
Caitlin out of the way and holds it, and there's just a dark stone staircase down.
I pick Caitlin up and put her on BT.
Yeah.
Hestia's gonna get on Caitlin's shoulders and like kind of like keep her there, like
Weight it down.
And then I guess we go down.
As you
Can we-
descend,
This is a set of stairs, guys. Hold on.
yeah.
Yeah.
hold on, let's investigate it for an hour.
Frey's gonna light her hand so we can at least see.
As you descend the staircase, it seems to go on for an eternity into like the very beating heart of the Undercity. There's absolutely no decoration, nothing for ages, until eventually you come into this massive open room, this huge space, and she's like, "This, I believe, is the Historium." One of
What
them.
is- What is the Historium?
So I overheard father talking about it. Lazarus was built on an ancient elven city. Ancient elves were obsessed with magic, art, and all things beautiful. And the Historium was basically a part of a sanctum, a library of sorts. It was ruled by the Lord and his wife. And I'm not sure what happened to the Lord, but the woman we know of, her name is Daijin. She was an ancient and powerful sorcerer who sacrificed her life to bring back her child. However, something happened, and now my father is trying to chase down whatever happened because he believes she discovered true immortality, beyond that of elves, an invulnerability and a way of dying from no disease, no wound, no cancer, no age, no illness. My father is desperately seeking that to become just an ultimate powerhouse. The Historium, this is what she's saying as you guys descend, is one of these like ancient cities. The Tower of Aziliath wasn't actually built by the elves and men. It was built over a tower that pre-existed it. There was a tower, I believe, to the south near the Badlands, where the ancient elves used to keep watch over the orcs, and then again in the woods somewhere in Antia. These elven ruins are these ancient elven ruins have so many artifacts, so much history there. But this is truly the first time I've been down here. And then you enter this massive like auditorium-sized space where like trees are growing from the roof, as well as like the walls, just everywhere nature, and it's quite beautiful. These trees are like sort of cherry blossoms. There's like bright blue leaves that seem to float in the air. There's no true like wind current, but it's like you feel warm and at peace. And in the very center is this pool of water that seems to like shine and like shimmer.
Go do a perception
Tom,
check.
you are muted.
Yeah, I know.
You want to do a perception check? Yeah, you don't really see much.
I look at Dravik and be like, "You're the poor guy."
I was thinking now might be a good time for a short rest after that battle we just went through.
Yeah.
Do you want to pause it here for the night?
No, I meant like literally in game, but we can pause the whole game if you want.
Do you guys want to continue, or do you want to call it there for tonight?
I don't mind. I just meant the characters.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
I mean, you just keep going.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
good to keep going.
Yeah, Laura.
It's up to you, Alex, because I know you want to play the zombie game as well before whenever time o'clock.
It's up to Alex. I don't mind.
We could do a little bit more.
Yeah, I was just thinking because I'm trying to heal, basically.
Yeah.
Right, can I cook
That's
some
what I
food
was
as well
trying to have.
using?
Oh yeah. Everyone gets
Brand
an
up.
extra wound point from Ryan's
So
cooking.
we're good to do. We're good
Nice.
to set up.
Yeah, so you kind of set up a camp. Miranda's like, "This is foolish. We don't know who's down here." And then Rhino's like just cooking a sausage. Hestia's just like now pestering Rhino, like pecking at him, like demanding the sausages. As Rhino's like trying to keep the food away, and like Hestia's like trying to climb up his legs to get to it. And while you're distracted, Reiner, Bleaty just walks by and takes like a lamb chop and just starts eating it.
What?
Oh, cheeky bugger. A lamb chop?
Lamb chop.
Yeah.
He's gone
Just like-
cannibal.
Yep.
What is wrong with you, Dan?
It's been a tough day.
I assume in this amount of time, would I be able to get another water healing dome up? I know it says 8-turn cooldown. That's what I was hoping for.
well, you get 1 wound point from Reiner's cooking anyway.
You can tell me no if there's not enough time to redo it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no.
Okay, that's fine.
So
Infinite healing sounds a bit broken.
Yeah, so as you guys are kind of like camped there,
It has an 8-turn cooldown. That's why I was gonna do an in-game.
Can I be on
rest.
Overwatch?
That's fine.
Yeah, so you kind of feel this eyes on you, and this sort of being pulled, like the light coming from this pool of water that's surrounded by like a well, like quite a large circular stone well. You kind of feel a pull towards it.
Me?
Yeah, because you're on Overwatch.
I'm just gonna say to them, Psst, I'm kind of weirdly feeling an attraction to the water. To go over there. So anyone
Have a nice
object?
swim.
Step outside, and we'll just leave the two.
So remember, this place is quite badly overgrown with like these trees. They've kind of gone wild. There's no real structures except for this well, and then at the very end is this like dome, like a bandstand almost, where there's a table and a poorly lit candle, and that's it.
Can I pick up a rock or a twig or something and
Yeah.
skirt round the pool towards the weird table with the poorly lit candle?
Yeah. So you see your reflection in the pool, and like the water changes, and your reflection goes, and you see a.
I walked past it. I didn't look in it.
Oh, okay. So you just walked away. Never mind. So as you walk towards
Bruh,
this, like,
look at the
bandstand,
water.
No, I joke. I go back to the water.
you go back and you see your reflection, and like your reflection just seems to stare back at you, but like there's a delay almost. Like you blink and then it blinks, and then the water shimmers and clears, and you see this like empty space of like whiteness and just a giant black door.
Cool.
And the door opens, and in the darkness, this like naked, giant, tall elf strides forwards. She has like really long blonde hair, gold hair. She's gold eyes, and she's looking super malnourished and sick. And she stares at you, and she's like, the door's kind of not open fully, and you can see that she's talking. It's a massive double door. You can see that she's talking, but you can't hear her. And she looks at you like, kind of looks sad and upset, and then is pulled back slowly as like the door kind of moves forwards and closes behind her.
Was this some?
And then the water clears, and you see your reflection again.
Was that some Full Metal Alchemist shit?
Yeah.
I literally just whispered that to Alex as well.
Okay, well, spooky. I'm gonna
Make
go towards the
sausages.
table. Yeah, can I just like drop a dried meat that I have in my bag into the water, and then continue on towards the?
You drop and
Flame.
the water goes like.
Okay, then I continue on towards the flame.
As you go up towards the candle, like you got these little steps towards where the bandstand overlooks the area, and there's like a half-eaten meal. The candle's almost burnt out at the wick, and there's just mad scrolls everywhere. Every part of the inside is drawn on. There's like eyes caved, like scratched in. There's like talk of like chaos, powers of the ancient gods. There's the written down as 5 names with like circled around. There is Solus.
Wait, I need these names. Okay. Yep.
There's Solus.
Yep.
Noctus.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, hold on. What do I call them? Give me a second. Oh god, I wish I was good with names.
Jeffrey Bowman. Fat Bob.
He was a legend. Miss him.
Just Fat Bob.
Hey, he's the reason we all just got a hit point. If you were at full, did you get a bonus hit point because of Fat Bob?
Mhm.
That man just lives on in our stomachs.
That sounded wrong.
That's how he would have liked it.
Oh, pardon me.
I can't remember what his name was. We'll call him Craftus.
Okay.
And then there is the other two are kind of like scratched out, and you can't read them. You can't make them out. They're written in like this ancient Elvish and then scratched through.
Mm.
Can we?
Can I-
One of them you see is circled even more.
Can Freya read it?
Yeah, I'm probably going to go up to it and then look at it really closely.
Yeah, so the names, the two names you're desperately trying to read, you can't. Like there's something like either you can't translate it or it's just like garbled mess basically.
Can I do like a, I don't know, intelligence or wisdom check on the scribbles and trying to make out what's...
So you know that Solace is part of the religion of God in Midlands and sometimes some of Antia, and there's a church dedicated to him in the northeast part of Midland. The Church of Solace, everyone believes that he's basically the sun god and he's like gives earth and like nourishes nature and stuff like that. The other two names you have no idea what they are.
Can I make anything out of the other types of scribbles and stuff around?
So you see that like a book of history basically, which is written by Caitlin's father, and it talks of his diary. It's basically his diary.
I'm just going to pick it up and put it in my bag.
Okay.
Or start flickering it.
Okay, you flick for it. So it talks of like how his father brought him down here when he was a child, and his father brought him to the door as a child and had given him half the translation, and that would be passed on through him and through his grandfather, and it took them basically 4 generations to break the code. And then he talks about how he brought his father down here as his father was going to die, and he tried to find out a way of rebirth to bring his dad back. Mourning his dad, he failed, and his dad died of old age, and so he then got married and had kids and put it off and became a loving father. And then his wife was pregnant for a 3rd time, and he grew panicked because she was deaf, like she almost died giving birth to the little boy. That he dedicated like non-stop work poring over these scrolls, and then used his like natural genius basically to discover that the rebirth is possible, and that this is something this itself, this pool, is called Lazarus and is what the city is named after. He then worked with a scholar and a translator and broke the translation of some of the scrolls in like janky way of turning it from Elvish to ancient Elvish into human. And effectively, this used to be a tiny little research library city, and the ancient elves were trying to discover a way to survive an event that was coming, and they were taken by surprise. The event was brought forward, and it surrounded the world in darkness. The dead rose from the ground, screaming and begging for mercy, as they bit and chewed away at every wall and every surface. And he understood, and the translation of the lady who used to live here, that she was the last alive, and a powerful mage and a powerful warrior. She attempted to protect her daughter from the nightmare. The daughter died, and then, driven mad with grief, she submerged her daughter in the pool of Lazarus and offered her life instead of her daughter's. Her daughter never came back, and she almost died from it, and was then saved by one of these gods, the Craftus gods. The middle one, Craftus.
I'm gonna.
And so,
oh, go on.
So the dad started panicking, thinking that maybe there wasn't a way of saving his lover's life, his wife's life, or saving the child, and that maybe the idea of Lazarus and rebirth was wrong, until he discovered that she succeeded but instead of saving her daughter, she made herself invulnerable. And her daughter was like a sacrifice. And so he tried it on some of his guardsmen and his men, and like as a promise to their family, or he tricked his servants into it. And then he started kind of getting mad with power as it started to... It didn't work, but every step brought him closer to succeeding. And then eventually he decided that why would I save one person when I could become a god? And now, driven mad with this hunger of knowledge and this thirst of power, he was like, I could rise above. Like, he had a falling out with the king because he wasn't paying enough taxes. And like, he understood that his army would never beat the king's joint army. And so this madness drove into him, where he then tried to sacrifice his family's life to give him their essence, their soul. The daughter escaped in the night, but the little boy and the mum were drowned in the pool. The pregnant mum were drowned in the pool to give him immortality and invulnerability. And he writes in like now more scribbled handwriting, so his handwriting gets messier and messier, that it succeeded in some ways. And then he's like, must find my daughter to complete. And then it just trails off.
Right.
As Lulan closes the book, I want to stroll up and be like,
What does it say in there?
I'm just gonna casually walk back to the camp, and
So as you go back to the camp, you hear Ryan be like, "We got some mushrooms and bacon and sausages."
and I'm assuming what's her name, Clarissa?
For fuck's sake, Caitlin, you changed it twice already.
Catherine.
It was Catherine and now it's Caitlin
Catherine.
because you couldn't remember. You couldn't remember Catherine, so it's settled on Caitlin.
Okay, Caitlin. I'm just gonna say we need to get her out of here now, and I'm gonna say it very quietly, and we're not gonna panic, and yeah, we're just gonna leave.
And she's like, "No, I must kill my father."
I'm just gonna knock her in the back of the head with the blunt of my sword. Like I'm gonna knock her on the temple.
As you knock her out and she like falls on her face on the floor.
I catch her.
Miranda's like, what the heck? What's up there? What did you see?
We're just leaving now. Just now.
The pool lights up.
I'm already gone. I'm running. I'm out the door.
Yeah, Freya's like.
I've literally run out the door.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I've run. You can't stop that. I've run out that.
Yeah, sure. The door's closed at the top of the stairs.
always helps you.
Well, I'm just gonna put her in the corner then.
Okay, that's cool as fuck. I'll use that. Hold on.
I'm just gonna get Miranda, and be like, protect her with your life, and then run down back down.
The pool illuminates, sending this like blue light everywhere, and the flower petals all dance away from it. And this like hand comes out of the water, and then this other hand, and this hand looks garbled and disgusting and malformed, like basically like a Chaos Deviant's hand, like just tendrils spreading from it.
Ugh.
Like tiny little children hands, like is on this arm as well, like grasping out at the air, like a baby's arm and like a kid's arm, as this monster pulls itself through the water, and like he's shirtless except for a long billowing brown cloak. And he turns to look at you, illuminated. You see he's got like one eye and then two eyes here, and like his face is slack-jawed and like more teeth in his mouth than like you ever need. Like tryptophobia, whatever it is, like every essence of it is teeth. Like a maw of mouth. And he turns and he's got like the one giant left arm. My child, so good to see you.
No, she's already up the. You can't see her. She's already by the door, cocooned, and Miranda is paying her attention, and we're downstairs in front of him.
You hear like a female voice wailing, like crying and wailing from behind him, wrapped in his cloak.
His bloody wife.
The champions of Ansia. I'm afraid I'm now too powerful for any of you to fight me. But I thank you. I will spare your lives for bringing me my daughter. I only ask that you don't struggle, and I will grant you a merciful death. He descends from the well and starts walking towards you.
Can
Absolutely
I
not.
chuck up wind wall?
Yeah, so you just immediately spread a wind wall.
I'm gonna shout at Freya to use fireball through the wind wall.
Yeah. I'm like right next to Lulan, like literally shielding her. Both
Okay,
No,
hands
they're both all up the stairs because remember
yeah,
we had to
we're
the door.
up the stairs. Like I'm literally shielding Lulan, both hands on fire.
okay, so what,
No, I swear the door was all the way at the top, and then we had to walk down the stairs all the way into the cavern. So
Very,
they're
very
by
long
upstairs. They're very, very way upstairs. I'm running back down, shouting stuff,
Okay.
telling you maybe the clip notes of what was in the book.
All right, so Reiner, Voltrim, Dravik, and Freya at the bottom of the stairs where they made camp, and now there's a wind wall ahead of you. Freya, you were going to fire a fireball.
Yeah.
So propelled by the wind ball, it grows twice as large and just soars through, sending like leaves and petals like billowing and burning from the heat around it. He just stands there as this giant fireball hits him and explodes into this white light. And his cloak burns away and reveals his child's face pushed through the chest of his skin, like just stuck underneath the skin stretch as it's like mouthing and gnawing.
It's very much giving me this episode from Doctor Who. I can't remember what it was.
His
Oh
wife's,
god, yeah, that one.
his
Yeah.
wife's mouth is kind of like opened and a jaw screaming on his neck, and there's like baby is like on his left forearm as it's like just is like kind of crying and it's just limbs basically. Come, give your father a hug. As he starts like running forwards towards you.
I use crippling shot.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea actually. Immediately he just stops running and is pinned to the ground.
Can I use blood arrow to pierce through one of the mouths on his face or eyes? Eyes.
The blood arrow whisks past, serrating one of the faces as he like ducks past it.
He's pinned to the floor.
Yeah, he wrenches the bolt out and then like throws it at the wind wall and it just gets stuck in the wind wall and bounces away. Now we're gonna go turn order again now.
Okay.
So Dravik.
Any chance I can delay my action?
Yeah, by all means. Just call in when you want to sign back in then.
Okay.
Freya.
Well, I've just done the fireball, didn't I?
Yeah, but now we're going back into turn order, so you get a turn.
Oh, okay. Is he walking towards Lulan then?
Yeah. He's kind of running towards you guys.
Oh, fucking hell. I might activate my ult.
Oh, good idea. Okay. So as he's running, you just clap both your fists together and this like giant blue flame starts to spin out around you and it forms this like swan knight that towers above you.
Susanoo.
Yeah, from the waist up. So it hasn't got legs, it kind of just you are in its torso. Its rib cage is there and like armor forms around it into scales, and it has like a giant swan helm and one burning sword in its right arm.
Mm-hmm.
He like stops back and like jumps away, and as he jumps like with almost frog leg strength, he like just disappears into some of the trees in the auditorium, in the giant open hall, and you hear like
And the tree's down.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Can I do one swoop with the sword?
So the giant burning sword is just burning all these ancient trees that have existed for just thousands of years since the world
Do you feel
began.
quite sorry?
And,
Yeah, I kind of feel bad, but
like you almost hear like little gasps as like you burn through, like maybe there were fairies and pixies. As this giant burning sword just takes away all life and leaves behind like decaying ashes.
Good to say this is Freya, the one that was. Oh, I'm not gonna kill a griffin. It's just horrible. Oh, I'm all about nature and everything.
The sword
I'm
reaches
sorry, but this guy just seems a bit like.
So the sword reaches to the well. It doesn't reach all the way through the hall, but the trees are all quite clearly. There's no leaves anymore, and he's in a different section. You got one more action, Lynn? Freya?
He's in a different section.
Yeah. What's he
but
doing now?
He's still just laughing and like hopping occasionally into a different.
Okay,
part.
well, can I? No one. Who else is near me apart from Leland?
Everyone.
Everyone.
Miranda
Okay,
and
so I'm
Miguel.
just gonna shield everyone.
Yeah, sure. Okay, Leland.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm summoning my blood clones.
You can't. You did it today already in the
No, I
battle at
didn't.
the docks.
Yeah, but we had an arrest.
It's still the same day. It's 24 hours, remember?
Motherfuck.
You were waiting for that, weren't you?
Yes, I was, because I knew that was coming my way.
Motherfuck. Okay. There's not really much I can do other than because I don't really have any long range. I just use the arrow. Can't go find him. And if I step forward, then he's obviously gonna.
So you're like, you're gonna leave the Susanu or the Swan Knight?
No, I'm gonna stay back, but I'm gonna stay on Overwatch.
Okay, cool. Reiner.
Can we see him?
Not currently, but you know he's on the other side.
Ooh, can I ask him who were the other two, I suppose, gods that he scratched out? Get him talking.
But it seems to echo and like almost comes from different places each
that's
time.
annoying.
That's fine. I just want to know the information.
Can I use my
An
monster
interesting
hunting senses to use my entire turn to try
very
and
nice.
pinpoint where
So,
the noise is coming from?
Dravik like goes to the floor and his like tongue goes like sucks out and
My
like
tail's
picking
like-
up the scent. Yeah,
Lula's just looking at him like.
he's on all fours, like scurrying around, like sniffing. A scholar and an elf. If only you were here earlier, perhaps you too could have joined me. I've seen the other side. I've seen what was and what made it came to be. The knowledge you gain from this is unstoppable. Truly, if only you had been here before. Perhaps we could have been one. And you hear like wailing again from the baby in his arm. The two names were for love and fate, though there is no easy way of translating. Solace failed, Noctis rose, and Craftus vanished from existence. Fate and love disappeared long before their time, and have never been seen since. The gods were slain, and now it is our turn to become them. Tendrils fly through the trees towards you, just knocking down these ancient trees that are burning. They bounce off the Susanu wall and like burn, and like the fleshy tendrils drop to the floor and like writhe and fade away as he like laughs and disappears. Reiner?
Does that any of that? Do I know where he came from or where he's ended up?
You
using
saw
my
in
turn?
that moment, yeah. So you saw whether these like giant worms almost just like tendrils flew out, but Freya's Susanu protected.
So Reiner can get him then.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna have to go on Overwatch now, so every single time he pops
No,
out,
but it's your turn.
I can shoot him.
Yeah, it's your turn, Reiner.
So you...
Well, if I saw him whilst doing that, then I'll shoot
Yeah,
him.
you can shoot into the wooded area. So
But-
like the
okay.
tendrils.
So
burst
yeah,
into
he has an
flame.
educated guess where he is.
Yes, yeah.
I'm doing this. I'm like,
Yeah, okay.
I shoot at where I think he is. Yeah.
So this like bolt flies out. It bursts into blue flames as it goes through the Susanu, and just so it goes through a tree, just turning it into ash. And you like hear it as he like disappears, and like one of the trees burns again on fire.
Okay. And then for the next two actions, I'm gonna go on Overwatch. So every single time I see him, or he does something, I shoot him.
Sure.
nice.
And Voltrum.
Okay. Voltrim's going to turn to the party and go, I don't like the sound of this well. Try and cover me. And I'm going to take, like, slowly but cautiously walk up to the well and then hit it really hard with the hammer.
So you
But
smash.
I want to have a readied action in case he attacks me.
Okay, so you smash like this the part of the wall, and it collapses into the water, and you see that the water now, like where the stone hits it, and it like splashed upwards, it just floats in like endless space, and like begins to spread and like become beautiful droplets as it kind of dances over the water where the stone landed. And as the stone floats on the surface, kind of like mercury, it slowly sinks as the water parts around it, and you just see it just goes straight down to the bottom of this like pool of water, and then the water forms up around it again, and it disappears from sight.
Any movement anywhere?
Fun?
Does the big bad move?
You hear like a no, actually, you don't hear anything.
Okay, I'll return to the group. Hide back inside the Susanoo.
Is the waterfall
Okay.
within the Susanoo?
No, it's just a little plop.
No, I mean, sorry, the whatever it's called, the water thingy that you were just messing with.
You mean the pool of water that's floating around a little bit?
Yeah, is that within this Susanoo?
No.
Okay, so you had to leave to do that and then came back in.
Yeah. Is that what you're gonna do, Vulture?
Yep.
Okay, more tendrils fly out. Again, Reiner's Overwatch clicks in, fires another burning bolt, pins one of the tendrils to the wall, and he like pulls it back, and it just splits the tendril in half as blood's like spraying, and he like disconnects it from himself and disappears again into the auditorium of the trees.
Be a long fight.
John, we'll pause it here, I think, because yeah.
And Scribbles is
Yeah.
technically in the area too.
Yeah, we'll pause it here, and we'll pick this one up.
Okay.
Because I want you guys
11's
to
a good time.
Yeah, I want you guys to be truly present for this bit.
Okay.
What for our deaths?
Well, like, it's okay with you guys, just so.
Don't
Yeah.
worry.
I would actually also like Scribbles if you can, because it would be quite interesting.
Thank you, Alex.
Is Scribbles in the same place, by the way? 'Cause it just went through a different
Scribbles,
exit.
yeah, Scribbles went through a different way.
Okay.
That's
So Scribbles has his own adventure to get here.
Did you say what happened to the woman who killed her daughter originally and became immortal?
Oh, so I didn't say what happened to her. No, she tried to save her daughter, and then it kind of didn't work. It worked in the opposite way, so her daughter ended up saving her, and then she was found to be one of the few survivors of what happened to this city by Craftus, who nurtured her back, full health.
Hint, maybe possibly the girl in the water.
No, I would have. I would have thought that was her daughter.
Well,
Her
the other
soul
guy just
trapped.
came from the water, didn't he? So.
He was just sitting beneath it, really, wasn't he?
Okay.
Having a little swim.
I kind of. Okay.
Really cool session, though, Alex. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Nice bit of lore, nice big fight, and our inability to be stealthy.
Fucking hell! This session was about to be so much quicker. Hold on, I'm just gonna put my dice back. For like, there was no stealth. I didn't plan for that. I literally made it so it's like super easy to like stealth around. Like there's clear routes they're walking. There's plenty of bushes and trees. You know, you've got archers. You know, I thought this was going to be such a good Reiner session because he's just going to pick them off one by one. And instead he stood out in the bloody path.
Yeah.
With cross-eyed Freya. It's like just watching nothing. Everything happened. It's just two of them just like... The idea was you were going to sneak in, you're going to pick off the guards outside, and then Dravik could have done like a big jump over the wall. You could climb over it, or he would let you in, and then you'd like assassinate some of the sleeping guards. You would have encountered the big stone golem guy, but it would have been all of you versus him at the same time inside the house. So it's like he couldn't do as much. And instead, what happened was Dravik walked up to the front door.
tried to play like Angel with his charisma, instantly failed it. So they just blew the horn straight away.
Whirlpool is pretty cool though, Tom.
Yeah, that was quite
Yeah,
cool.
That's Dravixol.
That was a good way to open the door. After getting speared in the leg.
Yeah, that one guard, and then they just tried to hold on to his spear and just got sucked in.
I got confused because I thought they were walking along the walls.
No, they're
Like,
going to be like kind of outside. It's like a thin fence almost.
Yeah. If it was like, if I knew it was a thin fence, I probably would have done something else. But I thought it was some big, like, I was going to go with Luland's climbing gear. And then it was like, no, can't do that because there's like perfectly like aligned patrols and a really difficult big stone wall. And I was like, oh, well, we're not going to be able to fucking get in, are we? Let's just fucking burst the door down. But I wanted to try and go in as a bounty hunter and then like turn on them and open the door or something.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good attempt.
Walk me through the leveling stuff now. We can go up to 15 in a stat.
Yeah, you can go up to 15 in a stat. Yeah. So we're rolling d20s now. The Tutorial Island's done.
Damn. And what level are we? Level 8.
Yeah, something like that. I'm not keeping track of what actual level you are, but you'll get a point from last week's battle by the docks.
Oh, do we?
If you haven't already done that.
I don't think I did that.
No, I don't.
I don't think we did because it's such a low level fight, but yeah, okay.
I mean, when this session's over, you'll definitely get one. I mean, it was a cakewalk. Actually, Max is right. You don't get a point.
Yeah.
Oh.
You'll get a point after this battle.
Because it wasn't really a challenging fight, was it?
The battle we had at the front door was pretty challenging.
That was pretty challenging. I would have leveled up from that, I think.
Yeah,
I think I would have leveled up.
Yeah, level up from that one, yeah.
At least those two together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Considering we rested as well, yeah.
It's, especially
that
considering you
sausage,
rested.
Yeah.
That really tipped.
Leland was just running about.
So alt-wise, Max, Adam, and half of Lauren still remains.
I think that was a good like refresh of D&D as well, because I personally was so not like, you know how it is like when you're all clunky. I felt clunky this game. It was nice to restart it. It's been a while, remembering where the hell we are and what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna level up something.
11 Constitution.
Do you guys want to pay back for blood then?
You're on 11.
I need to download it.
I would.
If you start it now, it might be ready tomorrow.
We could do Dread Hunger.
Oh. 1, 2.
Chess, you should totally play Dread Hunger with us. I think
I have the world's shittest laptop.
Yeah, she does. Well, I did talk to her about it. Actually, do we have enough for Dread Hunger? Like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 of us if Lauren plays.
I probably won't play. I'm so knackered.
Boo.
Old lady.
Yeah,
No, I
like
actually,
Dread Hunger as well.
honestly, I do really want to play, but I'm honestly struggling right now.
What did you say, Max?
I don't think I could handle it right now as well.
Alright, let's play Black for Blood then.
Me, you, Dan.
And Adam can watch.
I'll just go to bed.
Max, do you want to play Black for
Adam
Blood?
will watch.
I do have it. I'll try
There
it.
you go.
Okay,
Yeah,
it's only got
don't
1
buy
hour
it, just
left
do
of the
beta, yeah.
beta. Yeah.
It's only 1 hour. I thought it's till Sunday.
Oh, maybe. I said, well, I guess we could just save it for tomorrow then. I thought we had to do it now.
Let's do a little bit.
Okay.
What was everyone's favourite bit of the session?
Oh, it's hard on this. It's quite cool.
I like
Get my bum slapped.
Everything to do with that innkeeper. He was my favourite. When he was like, he just popped back up with a glass. Like, so what do you fellas want? Like, guess I'm gonna choose to live.
Immediately lands.
It's like that guy when the mafia enters your bar and you're just like, I've got no choice but to serve these guys.
Yeah.
Just kill me.
And he was so up for it, even though he was a bit reluctant with bringing over your plate of food that we didn't pay. We did pay him.
I was protecting him.
We did pay him. I might also level up my constitution. I'm going to join you there, Adam.
I think mine was either Voltram just going through a wind wall after doing his sick little action, or Dravik getting on the floor like a lizard.
And that really didn't help that much.
Oh, the fucking
I was like,
iron pot.
I'm gonna
Damn you, Alex.
use all my senses
Oh yeah, the iron pot was good.
to find this guy. And his tentacles come out and make it super obvious where it came from. I was like,
Yeah.
he's there.
I was a little worried that Max was gonna try and pop Voltram's head off doing that wind kick.
Yeah, I hid the child instantly once I realised we were locked downstairs. I was like, right, hide the child and run away from Rhino.
Yeah, this feels weirdly familiar.
The annoying thing is Reiner can just cut that distance in an instant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Must kill child.
Don't stop me! I know this is the only way. Reiner, it's not. I promise you, it's not.
It's not a hot knife through butter with Reiner. It's a ulting sword through child.
Oh no! I've just changed my graphics on this game mode, and it's gone crazy.
Right, guys, I'm gonna head off.
Good night.
All right. Night.
Night, Lauren.
Night.
Good night.
Lauren.